Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. It's PropAholics episode 1. Bum 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 bum. Presenting to you the one, the only AJ DeVito. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hello to the people. Welcome to PropAholics episode 1. No gimmicks aside, it's a savage vibe. You guys know what I bring to the table. We're doing UFC Rio talk, but the focus is simple. Prop bet dialed in. Plus money props, maybe sometimes not so much plus money, but props deep diving in. I want to see what wonder is coming with the prop bet inside. Okay? This is a different spin. At one point, I was doing late night live with the people's polls, and we would just, run through the fights like a rinse and repeat of Sunday. This is no Sunday show. This is not what I do Sunday. This is not what I do with Mike Finch. This is not what I do on this week's Best of My Maybets. This is not what I do tomorrow for the weigh-in recap show. Understand that this is PropAholics. This show is dedicated to the degenerate, all right? The degenerate inside all of us. The people that want to see big plus money, a round 3 knockout prop, a win by submission, but this guy's a knockout artist, but he's going to catch him in a rear naked choke after he drops him, okay? A decision prop between 2 power punchers. This show is dedicated to finding the crazy shit. I'm hunting for props. I'm hunting for the plus money. I'm not sitting here just try to say, hey, just money line it. That's Monday. That's tomorrow. That's every Monday, That's Friday. That's Sunday. Hey, money line it. Put it in a 2-leg. No. This is not lock of the century. All right. This is prop of the century. And we will find the prop lock of the century. This show is dedicated to finding the lines, maybe that people aren't seeing, that they don't expect, that have some, mystique to them. And I can't do this alone. I will be going fight by fight, not solo, but with you guys. Understand that PropAholics is not all about me. It's a community show. I'm dropping everybody's polls up, okay? We're also going to talk props up, okay? We'll find some of our favorite props of the night. If you guys have ones that stand out at the end, we'll parlay them up and see if there's any prop parlays that call our name. This is something different, and this is something that I think is special because it's me with you guys talking about all the fights and finding props. I might not have seen something that you saw. Somebody in the chat might give me the prop. It's not all about what I think. It's about what we all think. So we're all coming together with PropAholics for the highest likelihood of success. I always say it at the end of this week's Best of My Maybets. At the end of any betting section, put your research together with mine and let's see where the magic happens. This show is the culmination of that. This show is the goal to find your research, my research, put us together, and let's find the money line. Not the money line bet, but the money line prop. Okay? With a money line prop parlay. We're taking it to a whole new level. This show is a special show. It's a show that I'm excited about. It's a show that came to me recently. Last week, I did a bit of a tester episode for it. It was a variation of what this would be, and everybody loved it. I was getting comments, man, we love this show. I love how you did it with the props. Yes, deep dive it. Deep dive the props. More props, more props. Well, that's what I'm doing here. So shout out to everybody. Cheers to the people. I see a lot of you guys in chat. I see a dono up in here. I'm going to shout out the first ever PropAholics dono, Glasshouse Aquatics. Thank you for $4.99, my friend. Drop a like for the grind. Thank you, brother. God bless. Glasshouse Aquatics. Thank you for the love. Appreciate you being here. We're going to talk props all night. And there's no time limit on this show. It could be an hour 30. It could be 2 hours 30. God damn, if it needed to be, it could be a 5-hour stream. Not that I'm planning on going 5 hours, but you know what I'm saying? Welcome to PropAholics episode 1. And shout out Glasshouse Aquatics for being the first ever PropAholics donation. That means a lot to me. Now, before I get into the talk about fights, there's one thing I must say. Walter Walker, Mohammed Usman appears to be canceled. Walter Walker was one of the locks of this card. Walter Walker had a clear path to inside distance at plus 100 hitting. that sucks. That's a hit. That's a blow because Volter Walker inside distance at plus 100 was a really good bet. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait till a rebooking. Maybe there's a new opponent. I'm sure it'll be some bum from Brazil that fights against, taxi cab drivers, but they'll call somebody. You got 22 pages of notes. I got a wealth of knowledge here. Let's pick each other's brains and find some spots. Let's go, Paku. That's what this show's all about. This show is the evolution of what the Late Night Live tried to be. The Late Night Live, rest in peace to it. It's now the Late Night Live Q&A. PropAholics is the new show every Thursday. I will still be doing the people's polls because I think there's an importance about knowing what the experts community is thinking. But of course, we're not just breaking down technicalities of fights. We're talking about the heat. KZ, you took the card off. Well, lucky we got me right here and everybody in here talking it up. All right. First order of business is going to be our first fight of the night. We're going to deep dive the prop bet inside. We're going to talk everything. I'm going to get it prepared. I'm going to get it on screen here. I will be throwing the polls up, though. So the polls are not going away. If you're a frequenter of the Late Night Live, that's going to stick. I really enjoy doing the polls in chat. So the polls will stay alive here. And the first fight of the night, we have the, scrub Oliveira versus Lacerda. Okay. Poll is up for fight number one. We're about to get into it momentarily. The first ever PropAholics fight breakdown. Okay. Fight number one coming at you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Luan Lacerda versus Simón Oliveira. This to me is a fight between two guys that shouldn't be in the UFC. But let me tell you something. There's always a prop that we can find for two guys that shouldn't be in the UFC. Now, just to talk the pick of the fight, if you don't know, I am picking Lacerda. Oliveira has a chance of some fluke, but I don't think he submits Lacerda. And I'm really on the unlikely he finds a KO side. Oliveira's striking is pretty rudimentary. Not that Luan Lacerda is some high caliber kickboxer, but I do think he's pretty athletic. He's got the length. He's got a little height. He's got decent kicks. There's some net positives for Luan Lacerda here. So where do you find the money? If you are looking at the money lines, you are sitting on the sideline if you're on Luan Lacerda because it's, pretty boring. Of course, you could 2-leg parlay it or throw it in a 5-leg, Okay. It's like whatever, right, guys? Like, I see you guys in chat as well. I'll be answering chat throughout, but I'm kind of on a tangent right now. So we have Luan Lacerda. Something to note about Luan Lacerda is he may be a submission ace, but recognize that he is a second-round submission specialist. The bread and butter of his wins are second-round subs. Often, he's getting second-round submissions. Only one win in the first round by submission. The rest, second-round sub win, third-round sub wins, and a second-round sub KO, KO, and a second-round oh, shit, he got subbed in the first round before? Oh, shit. But let me tell you this. How I look at this fight, Lacerda's better than him. Lacerda's a Nova União talent. He's been out for a while. Came into the UFC as a 12-1 prospect. Simón Oliveira came into the UFC still as a journeyman. I look at Oliveira, and I just think he's only here because we're in Brazil. Lacerda, they would have gave him another chance either way. Over 1.5 rounds sits at -140. Now, if this fight is to go over 1.5 rounds, you will assume that, first round, there's some takedown, maybe there's some control, mixing it up on feet, both guys missing. I think, though Simón Oliveira has good jiu-jitsu, he could definitely get wobbled in this fight, and there's a chance that Luan Lacerda does find the submission. Just because you ain't been subbed doesn't mean you can't be subbed in this one here. Shout out to Haru for becoming a member, bro. I appreciate you a lot. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the membership, dog. There's a lot of bad sides for both against these guys. Lacerda's last win against Alves in 2022, he was getting outstriked and was gassing early. Bad durability for both guys. Fight goes under 2.5. Listen, if fight's going under 2.5, let's see what we can find here. Lacerda sub is shit at +100. Oliveira sub is +600. Oliveira KO is +800. Oliveira inside distance +350. What's fight ends in round 3? Plus 450 for fight ends in round 3. Fight ends in round 2, plus 275. I like the over 1.5. I do think we go over a round and a half in this fight. Spread is uninteresting for me. This is one fight of the night where it's like, man, weirdness is destined to happen. Is it wild to think something? Is it wild to think maybe that Oliveira pulls off the upset by sub? Like, if Oliveira wins, it's probably a weird finish upset. So if you're just a gambler and you're not here to make, most likely outcomes, you're like, hey, fuck it, I like a pick. Oliveira to win by a submission, if he does pull it off, sits at plus 600. Just recognize it's a plus 600 line for a guy that has really good submissions, 11 sub wins. He also has 5 knockouts. Luan Lacerda has been submitted, knocked out, and decisioned. All 3 of his L's, different methods of victory. But to be fair, that sub loss was in 2014. That knockout loss was, a beating from Damon Blackshear. Obviously, Simone Oliveira is not that level. I think we're going over a round and a half. I got the Vegas bruise right here. I got the Vegas bruise, man. Over 1.5 is minus 140. I say it happens. Lacerda inside distance, minus 175. The Lacerda gas tank and the Oliveira gas tank both worry me. They both could sell late. What's his fight ends in round 3 is plus 450. I don't know. Something about fight ends in round 3 might be it. Fight ends in round 3 is plus 450, but what doesn't make sense is the under 2.5 rounds is minus 210. So fight ends in round 2 plus 275, round 3 plus 450. Both of these rounds seem likely for the fight to end. You dropped a nice prop in the Discord. Tell me what it is, bro. PropAholics #1. Let's fucking go, my guy. Thank you, bro. We got to try to find some magic on this fight. This fight is hard, guys. This fight is hard, man. Let's see. Does Prize Picks have any lines that are catching my eye? I logged into Prize Picks. I logged into Prize Picks and I had $110 in there. I didn't even realize. I haven't played Prize Picks in years and I have $110 sitting in there. Fuck, man. All right, let's see what significant strike lines are catching my eye. That's so weird, bro. I didn't even realize I had money in Prize Picks. I haven't played Prize Picks in years. And I had money just sitting there. Look at that. Lucky day for me. Look at that. $110 in there. I had no idea. What the fuck? All right. Where is the first fight of the night fighters? It's annoying me that they don't have it. Why don't they have everything? Significant strikes. Do they have it? Where's the first fight? Takedowns? Do they have Lacerda takedowns? Nope. They only have the big fights here. It's so stupid. They only have the fights with like some notoriety on them. That's dumb. That is dumb. Wow. They don't have everything. Prize Picks. Shame on you. Shame on you, Prize Picks. Bookies love early props here. I think it might have to do a bit with the 2-year layoff. Lacerda could look like a killer or he could look worse than ever. Exactly. We're in a weird spot. Yo, Hernanov, can you give me the underdog fantasy lines? Because I don't have an account for them and they won't let me see the odds without it. It's annoying as fuck. Either man to win by sub parlayed with the over 1.5 is plus 330. I could see it. Ain't got nothing for this one. Think it could go the distance, though. A lot of intellectual BJJ and MMA patty cakes. Listen, I said this, and I know that Paku is anticipating a finish. But if these two did go distance, I said Lacerda by decision doesn't shock me. I said it during yesterday's show. Plus 450, it's that Lacerda decision. You dropped UD in Discord? Thank you, Ben. Let me bring up Discord real quick. Thank you guys for helping me out. All right, let's see. Underdog fantasy lines. All right. Bro, shout out to Ben. All right. Underdog fantasy does have some odds for us. So thank you to the community. Thank you to the Discord for getting me these lines so I can show them to the world. Lacerda and Oliveira, significant strikes numbers, 36.5, 22.5. With two guys that are grappling specialists, these lines worry me a bit. Dude, Lacerda going lower than 36.5 doesn't seem crazy. And Oliveira going higher. Like, I could see it close and then Lacerda wins on the ground. But they both might go lower, man. 22 seems more reasonable than 36. I'm expecting grappling, especially because Lacerda's game is more top control focused than kicks. Oliveira's a wild puncher, but he doesn't really have good boxing. Hey, shout out to Ben Caxton for this, bro. Thank you for dropping the underdog fantasy lines. All right, so let me just look at the poll in chat. 72% of the people are on Luan Lacerda. I am going to close out this poll and concoct another one because I'd like to find out what the favorite prop is for the people here. What's the people's prop? I'm going to give you guys a few options here. Okay. So let's do a people's poll of the prop. Let me make sure I have all the props in front of me. It's episode 1. We're getting the kinks worked out. Don't stress. All right. Okay. So props right in front of me here. Over 1.5 at -140. Over 1.5 -140. Let's see. Fight ends in round 3 plus 450. Okay. Lacerda decision, also plus 450. All right. All right. What do you guys like more? What do you guys like more? Chat, let me know right now. I'm going to add one more option in. I can add 4. We have over 1.5, fight ends round 3, Lacerda decision, or we got one more option. What do you guys want? Oliveira by sub on the opposite side. Lacerda wins in round 3. Lacerda to win inside it. What do you think? You sent me a login, bro. Let me check this out. Bruh, shout out to Hernanov, the underdog fantasy. My boy, Hernanov, you're a gangster. Hernanov, and I appreciate you trusting me with that. Hey, W Hernanov, bro. He's fucking let me log in on his account. He knows I got his back, bro. All right. All right. All right. Let me log in. Shout out to the boy, bro. Shout out to the fucking boy. Hernanov, you're a W, bro. Hernanov, bro, he feels like he's one of my, like, fucking, you know, coolest people in life that I know, bro. Even though we only know each other through the fucking, you know, interwebs, bro. You're my boy. All right, let's see. It's loading the location in as well. You like fight ends in round 3 plus 450. Okay. Worried that if they'll nullify each other's grappling, they'll just stand the whole time. Minus 36.5 ain't awful, though. It's not. It seems like the folks are torn. So prop number 4, I'm going to add in for you guys is going to be the contrary, because I think there's something beautiful about having the option to maybe go with the contrary side. Oliveira by submission is a really nice line at plus 600 for a submission specialist. Get your votes in here. I want to see what the people's pick is for their favorite prop. I like all 4 of these props. I think they're all, you know, pretty possible here. And get your votes in. This is for Oliveira versus Lacerda, fight number 1. If you're just tuning in, what's up? Welcome to the newest show and the most poppin' show in the game. Shout out to my boy Hernanov, because now we also got Underdog Fantasy. I'm trying to find everything. I want to go all lines as much as I fucking can go. Okay? Let's see if Underdog Fantasy has everything here. All right. All right. Oliveira, Lacerda. They do have Oliveira, Lacerda. Okay. It'll look funny because I gotta shift the screen a bit. But Oliveira, Lacerda. So significant strikes, 22, 36. Fight time. Is it higher or lower? 7.5 minutes. It's like higher. It goes longer. Damn. Third round finish is more likely. Third round finish. I think third round finish is live as fuck. I really do. I'm just going to bring this up so you guys know what fight we're talking about if you're just tuning in. Hey, shout out Hernanov, bro. The boy's absolutely coming in clutch per usual. Absolute savage. Hernanov, you're a W, bro. The AJ thumbnail cartoon goes crazy. Yo, shout out Jersey Girl. She actually created that for me. You like fight to end in round 3? Over 1.5 at minus 140 seems like people's favorite. The people's favorite prop of the night seems like over 1.5. Listen, we will find something that could win on a bet. The D-Gen side of it is fight ends in round 3. Lacerda decision. Oliveira sub has 28%. You listen, we need more voters. We got over 100 people. We don't have enough votes. We only got 19 votes. Listen, if you're just tuning in, please vote. Those fantasy apps piss you off. They're all missing a little bit. Yeah, they do that on purpose. WAJ, like the stream for more PropAholics. Yes, like the stream. PropAholics is the newest show that I'm doing, and I am already falling in love with it. I think you guys are too. We're really trying to put all our brains together to find some magic and work together as a community, man. That's why I'm throwing polls up throughout. We'll pick the 4 favorite props, and then we'll get a vote in. So for every single fight, we're doing this. I think the over 1.5 because they know nullify the grappling, but you don't know these dudes too well. Fair. I am going to also write out some notes for PropAholics as we go, just so I can share it with you guys. I think what I'll do at the end of PropAholics, I will copy these notes and I will send them to the Discord. So if you're a Discord member, you can have the access to the full PropAholics slate. I think that's a good idea. So for Discord, if you're a part of it, you're going to get all the notes from PropAholics. Just, if you didn't watch the show live, you don't want to dig back and sit here and watch through it all, you get the full access. So shout out to the Discord members. I got to step up the game for the members. We'll do that. All right. So over 1.5 at minus 140 is currently in the running to be the people's call. The number 2 call is Oliveira sub. And then below that is Lacerda decision. And below that, fight ends round 3. Take my hat off. 100,000 subscribers. I'll take my hat off. Okay. Fight ends round 3 plus 450. Lacerda decision plus 450 as well. What's the time on the poll? All right. I will give you guys another couple minutes with the poll as we continue to talk. We're currently at 43 likes for fight number 1, guys. I'd love to hit 50 likes for fight number 1. That'd mean a lot to me, bro. The newest show. There's no rush on this stream. I'm taking my time. We're talking about everything. We're going in depth. I'm going to try to answer all your questions. If I miss your question, feel free to ask again. Obviously, if you drop a dono, I'll definitely be able to answer it. It's not me begging for donos. I'm just letting you know. If I miss it, I ain't trying to fucking personally dodge you. You think you over 1.5 hits? I agree. What is Charles by KO? I think it's like plus 200. It's like plus 165. Bump, bump. Run the likes up, baby. Over 1.5 seems like a good parlay piece. Fight to end in the 3rd is most exciting, right? 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 Fight to end in round 3 is exciting. You the man, AJ. Thank you, Ed Hernandez. Listen, I'm trying to give the insight, bro. And I think something that's, misses in the community is like, it's we're not always all together and trying to find what we agree on as well. Like, that's why I started Late Night Live, but this is better because it's the props. So in-depth prop dive is going beautiful here. All right. So as of right now, leading the poll is Lacerda Oliveira over a round and a half at minus 140. I am going to close this people's poll here because that seems like the clear winner. The people have chosen that that's it. The people have chosen that that's the call. And what the people call is what the people call. So at the top, the people's most confident is the over 1.5. The over 1.5. Fucking hell. Over 1.5 is the people's call. So write it down now if you're taking notes on the show. 52% of the community has predicted that the over 1.5 rounds will win. Over 1.5 for Lacerda Oliveira is the community pick. Obviously, Lacerda is predicted to win by the community as well. If you are a Discord member, I will be putting all the notes in Discord after the fact. So you can have everything all in front of you. I'm still putting the fighter polls in to the description, but I think that everything's going to get lost in the description. So if you are a member of the Discord, the community notes will be dropped at the end of this stream. I will put all the notes in. All right. I may even make a new tab specifically for PropAholics and just call it PropAholics Notes for the community so you guys can know. From what we gathered of the 4 options, the second place call is actually the contrary of plus 600 Oliveira to win by sub. That is the other end of the call, is the Oliveira submission line. Very interesting. So fight number 1, we have the community pick of over 1.5 rounds. Over 1.5 rounds, I like a lot here for fight number 1. Over 1.5 rounds calls my name. I think that it's likely. I feel most confident in it. You guys seem to be in agreement with me that the over 1.5 is the money call. So again, if you're taking notes on the show, over 1.5 is the people's favorite prop here. I like that. The people's favorite prop. And I'm glad you guys are in agreement because that is also my favorite. Now, of course, it's fun. Plus 450. Give me the D-Gen side. But I really like Lacerda versus Oliveira over 1.5 as far as a high likelihood of success-based result. And at the end of the day, as much as PropAholics, we're looking for plus money, we're looking for D-Gen shit. I think that over 1.5 here is a good potential safe play. So shout out to everybody. There we go. PropAholics going to be hit? I think so, man. I'm excited for PropAholics. We're about to get the poll up for our second fight of the night. I'm getting cooking up here in a minute. All right. Just give me a second. Let me make sure the second fight of the night is what I think it is. Yes, it is. All right. You know, all these years watching the UFC, I still can't spell fucking Kowalkiewicz for the life of me. I can't. I don't know anybody in their right mind who could. Kowalkiewicz is like the craziest last name maybe ever. I don't know. What's the crazier last name? Okay. PropAholics going to be bigger than Ankalaev's title reign. Agreed. All right. The poll is going to be up now for the second fight on the card. Just to reiterate it, if you just joined, I want to bless you guys with hearing it. For this fight in front of your face, Lacerda versus Oliveira, the pick for the community, over 1.5 rounds at minus 141 in the people's voting poll, and I am in agreement. I also think it's the best call. Next fight as we move up is Julia Polastri versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. The prediction for this fight is Polastri to win. I'm pretty sure most of you guys think Polastri wins. If you are on the side of Kowalkiewicz, I really would love to hear why. I would love to hear what has drawn you towards Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Is it a grappling? Is it that she's an underdog? I want to know. I don't think she wins the fight. Obviously, she's a decent test for Polastri. The plus 3.5, the spread is not a bad idea, Chrome. Listen, that's not crazy. Alex, Ank fight was rigged. I was the biggest Alex fan. Now I can't stand it. I don't know if it was rigged, dude. Holy shit. When you started training, you didn't even watch the UFC. It's been crazy to see the sport evolve. The sport's blowing up now. All right, but I'm staying on track. Polastri the pick. But how can you make a bet on Polastri? I mean, what can you really do? Like, if you really think about it, Julia Polastri is a minus 550 favorite. It puts you in a narrow box of like, okay, well, let me parlay it. You want to parlay it? You can. I mean, listen, it could hit. Maybe the parlay is money. Maybe the parlay comes through with Polastri and the over 1.5 in the other fight. Maybe. Or you have to find something. Now, what can you find? So when you go through it, you're like, well, it's women's MMA over 2.5 minus 400. Yes, that line is ugly, but you know, it's women's MMA. I think probably it goes longer. And I'd say that's a very logical take to have, but I have to present to you guys a caveat. Karolina Kowalkiewicz is nearing 40 years of age. Her birthday is a few days after the fight. She's on a 2-fight losing streak. Her last fight was in November of 2024, been out about 11 months. She's lost 2 in a row. Julia Polastri doesn't have the UFC tenure. She's 1-2 in the octagon. She had a great 3rd round against Luque Diniz, but one thing about her is she is an aggressive power fighter. Yes, Polastri inside of the UFC has yet to find the finish, but she does have 7 finishes opposite 6 decisions. And prior to entering the UFC, she had won 3 fights by finish. The win on Contender Series, a 2nd-round submission. Fight before that, she beat an undefeated girl in the LFA. Arm triangle in round number 1. Fight before that, 3rd-round knockout of a journeywoman. So she has won fights by finish. And way back in 2021, she actually went distance with Jasmine Jasudavicius on a loss on the Contender Series. So she's kind of a savage chick for a reason. Like, you know, you got to put some respect on the name of Julia Polastri, all things considered. Kowalkiewicz's last finish loss was Jessica Penne. She got caught in an armbar, and that was years ago. I believe it was back 2021. Since that point, to be fair, she's 4-2 in her last 6. Not a bad record, but wins over Diana Belbita, Vanessa Demopoulos, Silvana Gomez-Juarez, and Felice Herring. Of the bunch, the Vanessa Demopoulos win is definitely the most impressive, and I would predict that I would predict that Polastri would destroy her. I think Polastri would handle her. So looking towards the lines of it all, what do I find here? Yes, over makes sense at minus 400. But if you thought maybe Polastri has a chance to get a finish, now you're kind of, you know, living a little more lavishly. A knockout for Polastri is plus 650. A submission for Polastri is plus 425. I like the odds of knockout, but when I really anticipate it, even if she rocks Kowalkiewicz, I do think there's a chance Kowalkiewicz would survive the onslaught, and then maybe Polastri just ends up on top. Could end up locking in a sub. Could end up pushing for the submission finish. Hard to do against a vet. I think Karolina's going to get handled, though. A sneaky bet would be Polastri to win in round 3. Maybe TKO. Karolina's much older and has taken a lot of damage throughout the years. Karolina to win on the scorecards is the only way I'd play this. It's not a good betting fight. Massive women's MMA favorites lose split decisions. There's a chance she wins the end of round 2. So let's look at the spread. Let's look at the spread here. They have the opposite end of the spread at plus 600. Can somebody get me a proper spread for what the plus 3.5 is for Kowalkiewicz? Because I have the opposite end if she dominantly wins the fight. I don't want to see that. You like Polastri finish? Listen, it's good plus money for the finish. What's good, PE? What's good, Bondi? Somebody get me the lines there. Polastri by submission or decision, minus 450. Polastri wins round 3 or decision, minus 275. Polastri to win in round number 3 is plus 750. Over 2.5 always. Over 2.5 for this fight does seem to be what, the sensible call would be, unfortunately. It's just so fucking boring. But not all of the, lines we can find, they're going to be blasts, and so much fun. Over 2.5 is what everybody's confident call seems to be. That is minus 400. Okay. Polastri by submission, plus 450, plus 425 range. Okay. Fight ends in split decision. You know what's crazy? I was literally just thinking that. Where is fight ends in split decision? Fight ends in split or majority decision. Plus 475. And then do you guys like a Polastri round 3? Or do you like Polastri inside distance? Honestly, man, I'm kind of liking that Polastri inside distance call. As far as D-Gen shit, it's not that crazy, but plus 350, she could get a finish here. I like Polastri ITD plus 350. I feel like, Polastri ITD is nice. Brazil, in Brazil too, I feel like inside distance is really live. So for Polastri Kowalkiewicz, the actual community prediction is fairly obvious. Yes, everybody is going. I almost guarantee Muhammad Usman got injured training Helix. Probably, honestly. Yeah. The defense against it. Oh, shit. I wouldn't be surprised. So very sensible call that people are thinking Polastri wins. That's about as fucking, likely as it gets for a women's fight. Now, as far as the lines that are worth value, I see some interesting calls. Okay. Now, the minus 400 line for the over 2.5, I almost want to remove it because I feel like a lot of you guys are going to vote it. So I'm going to be very focused on the second place line. Like I know a lot of, I'm just going to go over 2.5, but I'm talking about if you're actually throwing down, is the over 2.5 something you feel so good about, or is it you chasing something else? Get your votes in on what's most appealing to you. If you guys are more on the safe side, it's fine. Pick over 2.5 if that's what you like. But I will mention the second place line for this fight specifically calls the name. The second place line for Lacerda Oliveira at plus 600 is a good D-Gen chase, but over 1.5 at minus 140 is a nice tag. Minus 400 is stupid. So let's let the poll run for a few minutes. He's facing a jiu-jitsu ace and isn't a bad at grappling. You think Rocha wins too? I like Rocha to win. We'll talk to Rocha fight soon. Polastri inside distance really is nice. Polastri inside distance goes hard as fuck. Bro, Polastri ITD is cool. Now, I do want to jump over to Prize Picks and look at what's available. On Prize Picks, Polastri Carolina to do over 142.5 significant strikes, more or less. Jesus. I mean, if it's an incredible war, it's more. 70 each. I feel like less. But as a fan, you kind of hope for more. Polastri herself to get 77.5. I don't think Carolina's landed 64. I'm going to say Carolina is less. Carolina less. Total rounds, 2.5. You got a more, not even a less option. That's great. Fight time in minutes. Nothing there. Worth looking at. Let's check Underdog Fantasy and see what type of lines we got there. Shout out Hernanov again for hooking it up. 79. They have it even worse. My God. Fight time, higher, lower. So a finish, they're giving you 1.64. So that means plus 164 lines. Third round finish, plus 750 there. Third round finish. Fuck it. I think the fight split decision is not a bad idea either. It's really not. That's not terrible at all. Fight ending in split decision. Not crazy. I will add the caveat of, if you want to go Polastri wins in round number 3, plus 750, like up to plus 1200, you're chasing. But it's possible. I mean, Polastri really finished strong against Lupe Godinez. And it has me wondering if she is like that third round demon child that a lot of women are going to fucking struggle big time with. We'll see. Polastri sub all day. You're taking it? Okay. I'm going to leave the poll up for another couple minutes just to get some final votes in. But we'll close it here soon. Hernanov is a walking W, bro. Shout out Hernanov. I want to keep moving up this card. I don't want to spend too much time here, but I want to let at least a few more people get votes in. This is a cool format, AJ. Great idea. Hey, Scent Wars, thank you for the love, man. PropAholics. Listen, we're deep diving the prop betting side, and we're trying to do it as a community. I'm looking at what you guys are saying. Polastri inside distance is a fucking savage call. Polastri inside distance is also going to win the people's poll. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing a lot. According to the votes of the community, 40% Polastri inside distance, 30% on split or majority decision, 20% on the boring over 2.5 at minus 400, and 10% on Polastri to win by sub. Inside distance is the people's pick, which I like. A lot. You liking the spread on Polastri at minus 3.5? I couldn't find that line. I mean, I'm sure it exists. I'm assuming it'll be minus 110, maybe. She's such a huge favorite and her opponent's old and on her way out in her hometown, she should win. To be honest, I'm not familiar with her skills, but I'm familiar with Carolina's pillow hands. Carolina do got the pillow hands. True shit. We love the decision pick a lot. Listen, that's why the show, we're going variety of options and we're doing the community's votes. The people have decided that their favorite prop is Polastri inside distance at plus 350. Second place is split or majority decision. If you're in the Discord, I will have everything. A fun live stream would be a ridiculous savage DGen parlays or something like that. Whereas a group, we try to come up with 5 ridiculous huge money parlays. Listen, that's a solid idea, Scent Wars. I like it. Muhammad Usman the bust. Please, I'm pissed off about that. Pick is Polastri, as you all know. Walter Walker versus Mo Usman. Is it confirmed to be off? Is it confirmed? I'm 99% sure it is. All right. Where the fuck is it? The Walker fight is off. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's off. MMA Orbit posted it. Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. Disappointment. So, a fight that I felt like had lock written all over it as far as the method of victory, too. Even knockout, inside distance. It's off. It's off, guys. Damn. Fight is off. Well, it's okay. We keep fucking moving up. We skip past the fight and we get to the next fight. And we get to the next one. Listen, it is what it is. Nicoll versus Rocha up next, man. Fuck it. Whew. You know, I have to say, Polastri inside distance and the over 1.5 in the Lacerda fight, both lines that I like. So the people are on fucking point. You guys are on point tonight. PropAholics cooking. All right. You guys are the real PropAholics. Next one, Lucas Rocha versus Stewart Nicoll. My prediction for this fight is Lucas Rocha to win. I believe knockout power and kickboxing skills. His stand-up game is fucking legit. The timing of his knee against Davi Bittencourt was sensational. Okay, Clayton Carpenter buzzsawed through him. Clayton Carpenter is a blue chip prospect. He's an absolute savage. Clayton Carpenter is very good. Stewart Nicoll is completely unproven. He's 30 years old. He's only got 9 pro fights. He was a purple belt jiu-jitsu champion. Okay, Dylan Dennis. He got choked out by Jesus Aguilar. Oh, he had his back. Okay. And he got fucking rolled off like he was a child and choked out. Lucas Rocha should beat his ass. Lucas Rocha is training with Shoot Their Box. Very green flag. I think that his ground game is solid. It's not like he has bum grappling. He just ran into a very stern test in a guy, being Clayton Carpenter, that I think he was underprepared for. Maybe you overlooked him. I don't know what happened leading up to that fight, but that doesn't seem like peak skill of Rocha. Rocha's a brawler, okay? But as Shoot the Box, I think they can really formulate a good style for him. And I don't know about Stewart Nicoll's chin. Now, money line for this fight, we have near even money, -114, -106. Do with that as you wish. You move through it. Does this fight go distance? Over 2.5 +142. It's a flyweight fight, but it's a flyweight fight that really sounds like violence. I don't know about these two going distance in Brazil. If they went the full 3, I'd actually be more surprised. When I look at the fight, I'm like, okay, somebody's getting a finish. Fight ends inside distance, -200. Not great. Not great. Rocha ITD +120. Nicoll ITD +250. Looking towards anything here. Rocha by KO, 10 of them. Rocha by sub, 4 of them. He has grappling. Nicoll on the opposite side has 4 KOs with 3 wins by submission. Granted, he's had ground and pound knockouts. The opposition that both of them have fought is not spectacular, but I do feel as though Lucas Rocha has fought better opposition, 5 years younger. Stylistically, I think this is a matchup that he's kind of built for. I think he can get a finish against Stewart in this fight. I think Stewart Little might be getting knocked out. Now, I see Turtle Runs MMA, Rocha KO, Nicoll sub, -125, live for sure. Looking towards the gambling side of it, Rocha by KO is +195. If you went Nicoll by sub, you're at +425. If you think the fight ends in a decision by like Nicoll UD +290, Rocha UD +475. Let's see. Anything else catching my eye? Stewart Nicoll spread -140. The betting side of this fight isn't great. I expect a finish. I expect violence. I expect back and forth war. I expect a lot of fun between the two. I lean towards Rocha by KO, but betting wise, I don't love it. I don't. It's plus 195. But he does have a good chance to win by KO. The money line is the way. This show is PropAholics, but when I feel like the money line's the way, it is what it is. And the chat is not going crazy with their take. Does anybody feel confident on a prop? Like, it seems like you guys are sitting silent with this fight. We kind of all feel maybe the same thing. Like, even lines for a reason. It's a coin flip fight. I think that Rocha wins. I saw Charles change his nickname to the Predator, man. Guess he's trying something new. Nicoll fight time, more or less than 10 minutes, guys. What do you think? More or less than 10 minutes? What do you think? Scary. Total rounds. More or less, or more than 1.5? Could end earlier. Significant strikes. 31.5, more or less for Lucas Rocha. Kind of feel like more. Might get a KO, though. Oh, no. I don't know. I can't find it all. Hold on. It's fucking retarded. To the eyes of a sinner, ooh, there's nothing left but battle scar. Where the hell is UFC, bro? I literally had it. Now it's gone. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm just fucking blind here. Why is WNBA ahead of MMA? That pisses me off in itself. It doesn't make any sense. Think Nicoll could get a sub if Rocha isn't careful. Less than 10 minutes. Yeah, I really don't like the props that much in this fight. I got to say, man. All right. You guys got to help me with this one. So, of the favorite props, you guys want me to write down Rocha inside distance? What else? What else calls our name, guys? This is what the people's all about. What do you guys think? Rocha inside distance. What else? The crowd will be backing it up. You like under 2.5? Minus 162. And nobody likes anything for this fight. Yeah. If you could play both, double play, where could you, what books have it, bro? Not every book has it. Let me see if I have double chance available here. There's nothing left but battle scar. All right. I don't have double chance. That's annoying. I think double chance is good if you have it. Yo, Undisputed has been good. DraftKings has double play. Well, I'll put it down for you guys. You like KO for Rocha? You think Nicoll under significant strikes? You like either side under significant strikes, okay? Thing is, doesn't really line up on the props here. It's more of just fantasy call. Lucas Rocha, Stewart Nicoll, under 65.5 significant strikes combined. Yes or no? What do you think? What do you guys think? What's the community thinking? Rocha, over 32.5 significant strikes, or higher or lower? Come on. Wow. Furo and Jazz Divisius, bro. We not on that week yet, man. I'm doing this show. I got a lot to talk about. You should ask me. Ask me during lunchtime tomorrow. Combine, you think higher? I think for this fight, man, we might just put fucking nothing for the. Let's do 3. This fight doesn't seem like a crazy betting line from the people. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do an option. Just money line it. Even though it's PropAholics, it's not like money lines don't exist. I'm not gonna play delusional here. I got it. I'm gonna throw the poll up for you guys now. Hey, let's get 70 likes. I see that we're at the high 60s right now. Baptized in the river. All right. Vote it now. I knew we'd eventually run into a fight like this. There's just money line it. Nicoll's definitely going to shoot. Hey, I will talk like takedown stats and stuff in depth tomorrow if they have the lines. But I will tell you there is the takedown option on Prize Picks. More than 2.5 takedowns for Stewart Nicoll. I mean, maybe, but I see him landing 2 to 3. It's like, fuck that. Fuck that shit, man. Watching the GOAT. Hey, let's go, brother. Money line odds are close for a reason. We have a very competitive fight. Coin flipper. Coin flip fight. You drop the heater prop in the betting tab. All right, let me check it right now. Let me check Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you're missing out. In the betting section? Oh, I see what you did. Oh, it's the 3-leg. Pay the rent. I like what you're saying. Olive's decision. Ballsy savage. You like this fight to go all 3? Hey, the over 2.5. Over 2.5 is plus money. All right, I'm closing out the poll with this one. I can't spend any more time on this fight, bro. This is the one fight on the card that I knew when I came to PropAholics, it was going to piss me off. It's a blurry fucking one. It's a blurry fight. It's a blurry ass fight. All right. Hey, 48% of the people said just money line it, no matter what side you're on. Honest community. Thank you, Savages, for being honest. I'm going to throw up the poll for the next fight. I want to make this one quick. I don't want to spend too much on these ladies. I want to get to the bigger fights, man. We got a lot of fights, so I want to put the adequate time in. You know, the earlier ladies fight, I had a good time sitting chit-chatting. This next say fucking ladies, what the fuck? All right. Next fight, Bia Mesquita, Irina Alekseeva. You know, I picked Alekseeva earlier in the week, but seeing this picture of Mesquita, I'm probably pick flipping tomorrow. She looks jacked as fucking ripped, and Alekseeva looks like my 14-year-old fucking cousin. If he's watching, I'm not trying to roast you. I'm just fucking around. I doubt he's watching. But regardless of that, I really think that Bia Mesquita, that's going to end up taking her down. Alekseeva, I mean, if she knocks her out, great, but I just can't back it. I'm going to probably pick flip. I'll just let you guys know ahead of time. I think that was a stupid pick earlier in the week, and I've had a lot of time sitting on that fight, and I was like, all right, I want to see Mesquita on the scale. I'm like, what am I doing? There's certain picks where you're like, what are you doing? Get your head out of your ass. This feels like a get your head out of the ass pick, and it's like, stop just picking, you know, just to pick it. Oh, well, maybe. Fuck that. She's trash. It's probably a bad idea. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll have a whole different view, but right now I'm like, what the fuck? Catching strays at 14 is Philly. Arc has begun. Oh, my God. That's funny. All right. What are we thinking? I'm picking a trash can. I feel stupid for it. Like if she wins though, when I pick flip, I'm going to feel like such an idiot, but I'd almost rather they just fucking lose and be like, wow, I had it the first time, than lose and be like, wow, I should have just pick flipped. You know, it's like one of those. Because I asked myself, am I really, would I throw, I would not bet $10 on Irina Alekseeva at +4. Like, I just don't like Irina Alekseeva to bet. I think she has a chance because Bia's not good at striking, but like Bia's more dedicated to the sport. Mesquita wins by sub is minus 130. Mesquita wins by decision, +300. She's probably going to sub her. She's going to fucking give her the mosquito bites in the submission. 60% of the chat is picking Mesquita. If you're picking Alekseeva seriously, what do you think? I bet Mesquita, so please pick flip away. Hey, my pick flip's got good luck now, bro. Alex under 19.5 significant strikes. Mesquita under 16.5. He's training with Kayla, I think, but I doubt she has much ground and pound. It's more control. There's no value in taking the sub. I mean, minus 130. Mesquita wins by sub. Yeah, she is getting good looks at ATT. And what the fuck? What the fuck has Alekseeva done? She hasn't improved in years. I got to not be a hater here. Mesquita by submission is minus 130. All right. Mesquita versus Alekseeva. I'm still going to put Mesquita sub as a people's call. All right. Mesquita by sub at minus 130. You guys think this fight goes over or under? You still salty you had Alekseeva in our last fight? Yeah, she looked terrible. And crazy is that Mesquita trains with Alekseeva's most recent opponent, Saigula. And it's true. It's not like Saigula's even that good either. What if Alekseeva chins her one punch? Alekseeva KO plus 1,300. Jesus. Alekseeva, more or less than 20 significant strikes. Probably less. Yeah, Walter Walker's cancellation sucks. Mesquita sub first round. Mesquita by sub in round 1. That's what you like. Plus 250 for a first round. I don't know, though. She hasn't looked that good, bro. Have you watched any tape on her? She really doesn't look that good. She got second round finishes galore. It could end up hitting over 1.5. Alekseeva does have some jiu-jitsu, though. Alekseeva did sambo. It's just, I don't know. Her mental side worries me. All right, over 1.5 is going to be a votable option. Both don't look great. Agreed. Round 1 sub odds plus 250. You like decision at plus 300? Mesquita by decision is, 3-1. All right. Mesquita sub plus 300. Anything else you guys want? Because I'm going to throw the prop poll up in a second. You like over 1.5, fight goes decision, and Mesquita decision? Over 1.5 seems live. Mesquita decision. Yeah, plus 300. Way better than the sub at minus 130. And to be fair to Alekseeva, as far as her pro record goes, she has never been finished. And she's got a lot of experience. So that over 1.5 does stand out. Also, chat, we're at 73 likes. I would like to get 75 likes up in here for PropAholics episode 1, bro. We're over an hour in, deep dive in everything. Mesquita gets the heel hook that Walter was robbed of. Round 3 sub live. Hey, just for you, I might put round 3 win for Mesquita. Mesquita wins round 3 plus 450. What if she got a KO? What if she got ground and pound? Mesquita KO is plus 550. Note that Mesquita does have a knockout win by ground and pound in her most recent fight. So she has finished with ground and pound once before. The 29-28 option would be a spread. The spread option that is available is actually in front of me. I don't have that good spread here, but it would be the plus 3.5 for Alekseeva if she is to make it competitive. Her takedowns are okay. She doesn't have a lot of explosives like a proper wrestler. She's Alekseeva is so wild. I'm sure it's going to get, she's easier to get her down. Yeah, she's not strong or in shape. Sambo background makes a sub sketchy. Yeah. Positional dominance, though. You guys like Mesquita? What do you want me to put in as the 4th option? You guys let me know in chat. Mesquita wins round 3. I think that's better than Chase. What if she got a ground and pound? You're going to be kicking yourself. Mesquita round 3 you like? Or you like round 2? You like something else that I'm not mentioning? Let me know now, because I'm going to throw the prop poll up for everybody to get their votes in. Ooh, 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 ooh. Alekseeva, 26% of the vote. So there is some people picking her. You like Alekseeva in round 2? You like Alekseeva KO as the last option? Okay. Alekseeva by KO is plus 1,300. Holy shit. Holy shit. If she got a KO, that'd be fucking madness. That would be insane if she got a KO, guys. Alekseeva by a fucking KO. But maybe. I mean, Mesquita's striking is pretty bad. All right, I'll put it there for you guys. Alekseeva KO plus 1,300. You guys like it? Is that what you want? Are we good with that? Somebody give me some W's in the chat to know we're good with that. Because it seems like that's the pick. People want the KO. You like the under, J. Lou? What is the under? Under 2.5 rounds for this fight? Minus 185. I think I was going to throw the poll up as is. Seems like the people agree. I wish there was more votes, man. I am only allowed to give you guys 4 polling options, but I think that what we got makes sense. All right. All right. Get your votes on. Fight ends in round 3 is solid. I'm going to add that with this like an asterisk. Because some people are mentioning it, and I don't want it to be left out of the poll or left out of the notes. After the show, all of the notes from what we've talked about are going to be on the Discord. So if you're in Discord, we're going to have the full slate of notes for you. If you're not in the Discord, obviously you can just listen here. But with the Discord, I'm going to put all the notes down. So you guys will have the full slate of everything there. Round 2 or 3, Mesquita win. If Mesquita's to win in round number 2, the lines for that are plus 325. Round 3 is plus 450. Both are live. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. That's fire. Hey, let's go, Herb. Listen, I feel like it's good for the Discord. They can get the whole written version of the show. They can get the written version of pretty much everything we talked about. If you see on the notes question marks, that means they were mentioned by people in the chat, but just not enough activity to get voted into the poll. But still means they're possible. I look at this fight, and personally, I think that a later finish for Mesquita round 2 or 3 makes a lot of sense. The odds aren't great, but there's a real possibility. It's a second or third round. Mesquita winning the fight by submission makes sense, but I will say she does have some ground and pound. Mesquita inside distance is very likely, but it's minus 185. It's such a trash line, but inside distance makes sense. Might play half a unit on each. You think Mesquita either dominates early round, 1 sub, or loses decision? She's got some ground and pound. So inside distance is not crazy. I think the sneaky money that we're missing on the poll, and I'm going to write this into the notes. Mesquita is live for ground and pound win at plus 550. Not bad. So I'm going to write this down. Okay. So I wrote a note. I'm putting notes in also of my takes on things. KO at plus 550 might be it to me seems better. KO round 2 seems live. I feel like my mindset is this. Mesquita inside distance is a safer play. She's live for a finish. Problem that we have though is Alekseeva's durability. Mesquita by decision is sensible at plus 300. Like this is kind of one where propping, you got to kind of just clench your pearls and make a pick on something and ride with it. Alekseeva to win by KO. It's like, I don't want to say it's a stupid play, but she doesn't have many knockouts. And if she does do it, it'll be awesome. I'll be excited, but you know, odds of it are not high. All right. All right. So the people at 37% seem to like that Mesquita wins by submission line the most. Over 1.5, second place at 33%. Not bad. Not bad, people. Not bad at all. 2 more prelims fights, and then we're up to the main card. I'm getting my flow down with this show. Listen, this show, I take my time. I'm in no rush. How long have we been live? Hour 16? Look at that. It's just because Alekseeva is mid, Pablo, and they're supposed to be building this girl up. Tremendous flow, Paku. Tremendous flow. First show going smooth. Thank you, Gucci Mamba. All right, guys. The pick for the people is Mesquita by sub. I'm probably pick flipping Alekseeva. I just think it's a stupid pick on my end. I don't know why I made it, and shit, it's before Saturday. Why not, you know? And look how jacked Mesquita looks. That physique is telling, bro. This is a girl that's training her ass off. This isn't. Let's get to the poll. It's up now. Get your votes in. Our heavyweight fight, almost on the feature prelim. Vitor Petrino versus Thomas Petersen. So my prediction here is simple. Obviously, me and the masses think that Vitor Petrino is too much. Give me AJ's cousin. Round 2 KO is crazy, Dr. IMC. I think that Vitor Petrino's power is a factor here. His grappling game is solid too. Come on. Come on, bro. Vitor Petrino is dangerous. Yes, Thomas Petersen is a tricky boxer, but I think Petrino could knock him out with a big punch. I think throughout this whole fight, Petrino's power is a factor. I think he could knock out Petersen in the first or the second round. Petersen's a decent wrestler, but Petrino has good grappling skills and is a way better athlete. I don't think that Thomas Petersen is getting one over on Petrino. Petersen's a tricky test, but I really feel like the Petrino side is probably the better side. You know, you go on Mesquita decision, Brady, respect, bro. The decision line is plus 300. 20% of the people picked it. He could sub him. He could sub him. Petrino's chances to win, come on, incredibly high. Small percentage of the community probably will like the Petersen underdog side. He's a tough customer, but likelihood of success to me just seems to be rather low. Like, come on. Petrino is a minus 330 favorite. So, yes, it's very wide. Yes, it's wide as hell. Yes, it's wide as hell. It's wide as hell, but it is what it is. I mean, he should win. Under a round and a half is plus 174. Under 2.5 is minus 135. I like under 2.5 at minus 135 a little more, maybe. I think it's deceptive, but under 2.5, just in case it takes a little longer. I don't hate that. I do think Petrino inside distance, minus 110 for Petrino inside distance. I think that's a very likely outcome. Obviously, Petrino by KO at plus 140 makes a lot of sense. But you do have to note that Vitor Petrino has won fights by submission, most recent fight being a sub. He also has, one other win by sub. Granted, he's not Mr. Submission Ace, but he's got a submission threat. Petersen's never been submitted, but he's been knocked out twice. He's been knocked out by Waldo and by Shamil Gaziev. He also lost a decision to Jamal Pogues, something worth mentioning. Petrino by decision would be a disappointment if you're a Petrino fan. I think Petrino inside distance is a good call. So I'm going to write this one down. Paco agrees. I like to see that. So Petrino, ITD at, plus 100. Is it minus 110 or is it plus 100? I forget. Minus 110. Minus 130 at best, but I think minus 110 around that range. You'll find it varying. So minus 110, let's just write it down as for the fuck of it. It looks better anyways, all right? And then looking towards, okay, do you think this fight goes under 2.5 rounds? Sneaky call, minus 135 for under 2.5 at minus 135. I actually like that a lot. I think there's a real possibility that it goes under 2.5. You're staying away from this one. Very negative EV. Petrino to win by KO. I see it. Petrino by KO. That line sits at plus 140. And now, what else do we got? Petrino by sub, plus 550. Does he sub him, though? Come on, it's like a stretch and a half. I think under 2.5 makes a lot of sense. Petrino inside distance makes a lot of sense. If he won a decision, it'd be, a rather big letdown here. What's the spread on Petersen to make it close? Plus 130. We need one more prop. What is calling your guy's name as the fourth of the poll? You can't bet Petrino over minus 200 because of his negative fight IQ. Listen, the fight IQ is going up. He's getting smarter. He's getting smarter, bro. Trust me, he's getting smarter. You like Thomas by decision, Petrino second round, Petrino round 1. Okay. Petrino round 1. You guys like Petrino round 1. Where's it at? Plus 275. Round 2 plus 375. Think about Petrino. He could take his time. I was going to put just Petrino round 1, Presley. I mean, KO round 1, I'll list off for you. Plus 450. Petrino just straight in round 1 is plus 275. What's up, Useless? Listen, bro, we got a lot of fights to talk about. We're still on the prelims, man. If you're just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button. The first ever PropAholics show. We're at 81 likes. I got to see 100 likes before the end of the show. We got a long ways to go. So keep running the likes up. I mean, shit, we might hit more than 100 likes. So show some love, hit the likes. W to the people watching. We're looking for the tricky lines, all right? Community seems to like Petrino round 1. I personally like inside distance Petrino. If he wins by decision, it will just tell me that he really isn't that guy. It's plus 240 for a decision. It's not even the call for me. If it was plus 400, I'd consider putting it on the lineup, but it's shit. New show for the community. Yes, sir, Hernanov. And we're bringing the community together to find the props. I see some of you guys like Petrino round 2. Petrino round 2 is plus 350, plus 375. What do you guys think, chat? Should I do a Petrino round 1 plus 275 or round 3 and give you the option to pick both? But then it's going to fuck people if that wins because they're going to have to pick between the two. But I wish I could do 5. AJ, I was just talking to my dad about how much you've made everyone's life better with workouts, mindset, and just entertainment. Hey, that's cool as fuck, Useless. Thanks, man. That's cool you were talking about me with your dad. That's cool as fuck. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to put the good energy out to the world, man. We need more of it. And the good entertainment. So far in the list, we have Petrino inside distance, under 2.5, Petrino KO, and Petrino round 1. You think Petrino by sub? That's plus 550 Petrino by sub. That's why inside distance at minus 110 is appealing. I'm going to throw the poll up. Let me close this out. Yes, Petrino won the people's picks. That was obvious. Not all heroes wear capes. At MMA experts, you're a gem, bro. You're a gem. All right. Let's get these polls in here. Let's give you hella options. Petrino inside the distance, minus 110. Under 2.5, minus 135. KO, plus 140. Petrino round 1, plus 275. Poll is up. Get your votes in on the poll. Nice cover photo. Hey, thank you, bro. Big W to all your fathers. Amen. Amen. Okay. Okay. PropAholics going to be a good ass show whenever we have pay-per-view cards. Bro, I can't wait for the pay-per-view PropAholics. For 321, it's going to go crazy. Proper motherfucking holics, bruh. Let me check here. Out of curiosity. I'll check the prize pick lines as well. Petrino over or under 28.5 significant strikes. Petersen over under 23.5. I don't love that. Takedowns, no. Total rounds. Petrino 1.5 rounds more. Could go over a round and a half. Like round 2 is really live. Round 2 is not a bad idea. Petrino under strikes, maybe. If he lands the death touch shot, yeah. If he puts him to bed, yeah. I say yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, PropAholics. Oh, shit, you savages. Currently leading the poll is Petrino inside distance. I think you guys are so on it with that call at minus 110. It makes the most fucking sense, bro. Petrino under strikes because he can get the KO. The thumbnail's so fire. I love his an emoji. We will. It's going to be an emoji. Jersey Girl made that, so shout out to her. We will. We'll make that as an emoji. Don't worry. All right. So leading the poll at 42% was Petrino inside distance. Second place at 29% was knockout. Third place was the under 2.5 at minus 135. Then only 4% of the people liked plus 275 win round number 1 for Petrino. So definitely have to agree with the people going more conservative minded. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like what I see. Shout out to the people. You're annoyed at this card, don't really love anything betting wise. Well, I'm going to help you find it. The community is going to help you find it. We're doing it together. We're going to see what's up. All right. All right. New proppies go for big numbers. Real timer PropAholics just try to get a sweeter than the money line without lessening payout probability. And KM, you know what? There's been some sensible calls. Minus 110 Petrino by the people. Over 1.5 Lacerda Oliveira. Mesquita sub minus 130, but trickier. Run the votes up for this next one. Let's keep making shit happen. You know what I'm saying? PFL Austin. So for this fight here, the pick is Petrino and the people's pick, and I'm in agreement. I really do think inside distance at minus 110 is better than chasing, just a knockout. But knockout is live at plus 140. I'm going to predict that Petrino wins by KO. I think he can put Petersen away. Let's keep moving up the card. Next fight is our featured prelim, Jafel Filho versus Clayton Carpenter. I feel like this is Clayton Carpenter's chance to show the improvement. Went out and lost to Takira Lembekov in a good back and forth fight. Went the distance. Obviously, Filho has very tricky jiu-jitsu, but I think in a dog fight, Carpenter outdogs him. Filho, he's nasty on the floor, but the guys he was nasty on the floor with, okay? Ode Osborne. Ode Osborne is known for losing to grapplers. Daniel Barres, he was rocked against Daniel Barres. Yes, Muhammad Mokaev, he had him in the knee bar. Yes, but that was 2023, long time ago. Nascimento recently, he was winning the fight. He sold bad at the end. Clayton Carpenter is going down to Brazil, and I'm predicting he goes savage mode USA in this all. I think Carpenter can get it done close in a back and forth dogfight. It seems as though the people are against me on this pick. The community likes the side of Filho. It's very close, 50-50 range. I think that Filho could be outworked. Yes, he has more pro experience. Yes, we're in Brazil, but I don't know with Filho. Something tells me that Carpenter could really grow a lot from that Ulanbekov fight. You like Filho as the dog of the night? Listen, respect if you're on the Filho side. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Just because I'm against the pick of Filho doesn't mean that I'm against the prop of Filho. All right? For this show, the pick of mine is not what it's all about. It's about fucking finding what the people are calling. So we're looking at something here. Filho by sub, I saw it in the chat. I think that's a fair idea for people to want to chase. Now, looking towards the betting lines of this fight, very close, but Carpenter slightly favorited, currently sitting around minus 125, minus 120 for a Carpenter to win by a decision, plus 175. Filho by sub, some of you guys like it, plus 375 for Filho sub. Okay. You think Carpenter wins the decision? I think Carpenter wins the decision. Carpenter by decision. He's a Carpenter. Plus 175. Okay. What else do we got? You see a decision? Hey, shout out Strictly Boxing. The one subscriber that met me in person, bro. Very cool. Shout out to you, homie. You think this has 29-28 written all over it? Well, if you're anticipating a close fight between the two, you could consider playing the Filho spread at minus 205. If you like the idea of this fight going into the later stages, over 2.5 rounds is minus 160, which I'm going to include in the people's poll section. It's a possibility. What's the most unlikely outcome by the odds? Specifically, the most unlikely outcome for this fight that I see is Carpenter by knockout up at plus 950. Clayton Carpenter has 2 KO wins. They were a head kick knockout in 2021 and a head kick knockout in 2020. Can you imagine Clayton Carpenter head kick KOs Filho? Filho has never been KO'd as a professional fighter, but he was hurt against Daniel Barres a few fights ago. That's complete D-Gen Savage shit. But at plus 950, that's what it's all about. Some degeneracy. I might put that in there for you. We'll see. You're mad I pick against you? Listen, no worries if you go the other side. Round 3 KO Carpenter is nice odds. Round 3 KO Carpenter, what is it? Holy shit. Plus 3,500. All their stat lines are even, but Filho has an edge in striking defense. Carpenter has advantage in top control. I had to cut the beard strictly boxing. Yeah, I had a bet with the people on Ankalaev. You fuck with that? Filho's old. Filho looks older than he is, bro. You know Filho's only 32, but he looks 40, bro. Yeah, strictly boxing. I did it on the stream the other day. Round 3 KO Carpenter. Some people seem to like. Carpenter KO in itself, though, is plus 950. Apparently got bit by a spider, so and thinks he'll be better this time. I heard about that, KM. Yeah, Filho got bit by a spider, and everybody thinks he's the Brazilian Spider-Man. He's the Brazilian Spider-Man. Filho round 3. You think over in strikes for both? Let's look at what's available on Prize Picks. So if you are playing at Prize Picks, I know some of you guys want some significant strike odds. The significant strike options, Carpenter over 34.5. I say yes. Filho over 20.5. I do say yes. A total for the two of them in a significant strike combo, both of them to get over 54.5 in total. Yes. I like that. I think that's highly probable. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Right? That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, Volta Walker fight is off, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. It sucks, but I say yes to the over in strikes. Also, chat, we're at 88 likes. We are closing in on the main card. Make sure you smash the likes. I was in Mexico. We had a fight, got a first round KO. Unfortunately, missed a great card. Hey, well, that's cool. You were in the corner, man. That's sick, dude. Shout out to you, Strictly Boxing. That's very cool. Where in New York is the gym that you have, that you train people at? Where's the location, bro? Because I'm going to be up in the area in December. Not a guarantee I'll pull it, but I don't know. I mean, I'd be willing to stop by if I can get some mitt work or something. If I have some time, if I'm around it. Where in New York, bro? You just play Figgies under on strikes. 11 of Montel's last 11 opponents have gone under. Not a bad idea. They don't get Prize Picks in UK, really? That's weird. Filho never had more than 35 single strikes landed. Make it make sense. That's interesting. Huh. Filho is the people's pick at 55%. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. I'm going to throw the prop poll up, though, guys. The prop poll is something. I wish there was an option for 5. You're in the Bronx, but I'm known in quite a few gyms, so I can meet you wherever. I'll write you on IG. Yes, write me, Strictly Boxing. And I'll see what the timeline's like. And that'd be cool, man. Can link up, man. Maybe get a workout or something like that. Yeah, you just let them know I'm a streamer. I feel like they'll let me in, no problem. All right, get the votes in. Get the votes in, lads. What's the best prop so far of the entire night, Dantes? You mean for this fight? Because we're about to find out with this fight. Yeah, useless. I am. The concrete jungle of the whole night. So the people were in pretty universal agreement about over 1.5 Lacerda and Oliveira to start the card off. Ah, Jersey girls hype. Hell yeah. Oh, Pole is running good, man. Shit. variety on that poll looks nice. The options are vast, man. You hope NYC treats you well. It's an amazing place. I can't wait, man. No way Joe out the Diniz is injured too. You're lying, bro. Don't troll me, dog. You're lying. Don't lie to me. Double check this chat. Is Diniz injured? Or am I getting trolled? Am I getting trolled? Help me. Because now I'm stressed. That sucks. I'm not moving away. I'm just visiting elsewhere. Let me know. No way. Trolling? Thank you, God. Thank God you're just trolling, bro. You stress me out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, now I'm going to have to flip the lock around. It's going to be a headache. Yeah, Mo Usman is out. Fight is off. Sucks. Sucks ass. Thank you, Useless. Yeah, no, he was fucking around. Thank God. Had me stressing, bro. Stressing Big J up in here. Yo, I was so sore from those pull-ups last night. Doing fucking incline bench was hell. My workout, I was feeling my fucking tendons in my bicep because I did back and by the day before. Then I did low bar squats, which taxes the back and buys. Then I did pull-ups, bro. I was cooked today. You like the Filho money line? Listen, if you like the dog, nothing but power to you. Nothing but power to you, man. I wish you nothing but great luck and success, man. I still made it work, though, Bondi, as best as I could. I still pulled it off. I did a torturous 265 for 5 on incline. Felt like I was going to war with the bar. Next week, I'll do the same weight, and I'll do better. Yes, I'll be doing a watch party during Guru's stream, and I'll be calling into his stream. I'm still doing mine. Baptized in the river. I'm the call-in guy. I won't be there the whole time. Filho by sub is way ahead. Filho by sub is 50%. Keep getting your votes in. I'm going to take a few more. Next weekend, Parker. Next weekend. Next weekend will be a crazy show. Next weekend. You already know. Wow. Filho by sub is the people's call. I disagree with you guys on this one. Wow. I disagree. I'm going to write that in the notes. All notes from this show will be on Discord. So if you're in the Discord, you get the full like written version of the show. All right. Okay. Wow. I personally like Carpenter. I think Carpenter by KO at the DGen plus 950. I like over 1.5 or over 2.5, excuse me. But I think Carpenter by decision is live at plus 175. Like that's my actual pick. The KO is a nice line. He's got a head kick chance. But I think he could outwork Filho to a decision. Oh, JD, I'm live for hours, bro. This stream is not in and out. This stream is sitting here getting to work, bro. I'm on for a minute. Yeah, bro. We're up in here for a while, man. This stream is true savagery. Get me in there, dog. This is true savagery, bro. We've been live for hour 44. We're up on the main card next. Early prediction for Cop Royval. I mean, I really don't have one. I mean, I can early lean Royval, but I'm not decided yet. It's a strong early lean. So looking at this fight, how I view it is this. Cover clip art looking solid. Hey, shout out to Jersey Girl. She got that cooked. I am picking Carpenter. The people are picking Filho. The people seem to love sub win for Filho. I personally think Carpenter wins a decision. So opposite side for me. Opposite side. I disagree with my community here. I love you guys. But I'm on the opposite end. Now we're about to move up to the main card. We got a 6-fight main card still to discuss. So things are really just getting warmed up. If you're just tuning in, welcome. And as we get up to fight number 1 on the main card, I do got to read off my, shout out to the people watching. So let me get prepared. Also, Figgy and Aljo, the standard 2 to 3 years ago, now just normal. I mean, Aljo's still pretty good, though, to be fair. Figgy's in a different spot, I think Aljo still competes. All right, let's move up the card. Let's jump to our main card opener. If you guys are watching and enjoying PropAholics, make sure you guys smash the like button for the first ever episode of the new show. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Subscribe. I got daily content coming Thursday. PropAholics, bringing the heat, chopping it up with you guys, and we're finding the lines that can maybe, work some real magic for us. And shout out to the replay gang. If you're watching this back and you weren't here live, shout out to you as well. If you're wondering where all the notes are for this fight, if you're a member, you got access to the Discord. I have all of the notes from this show in the members Discord immediately following the show. So shout out to all you guys. Let's talk fight number 1. Lucas Almeida versus Michael Aswell. I will say I'm doing the chicken dance with this one. My prediction Sunday was Lucas Almeida decision, and I think a close decision. As the week carries on, I do worry a bit about him slowing down if he actually makes 145, and then Aswell maybe getting 2 and 3 over him. The knock on Lucas Almeida is the fact that he missed weight for his most recent fight and then gave Danny Silva a really good match. But he was 148, which is, red flags all around. And his gas tank looks solid, missing weight. What happens if, he's on weight here? He's 34. Michael Aswell is completely unproven at the UFC level. He's 0-1 in the UFC with a loss to Balaji Oki. Lucas Almeida is good at beating Balaji Oki leftovers. That's kind of his bread and butter. He did it to Timmy Kwamba. I don't know. I think Lucas Almeida can get it in a close one on the cards. But if you told me Michael Aswell takes the 2nd and 3rd, I'm not shocked. Last fight for Lucas Almeida, I went out and I predicted him. Last fight, I went with Almeida and I lost with the Danny Silva fight, but the spread came through. He made it a dog fight. He puts up a good fight every time. He always does. I don't know. I'm excited to hear from the chat on this one because I'm curious where your guys' confidence lines up on this one. Because I do feel, a little bit on the more torn side as far as the gambling side of this fight, the odds for it. We have the underdog Lucas Almeida, Brazilian in Brazil and UFC vet, at plus 125. We have Michael Aswell at minus 145. How good is Aswell at this level? Aswell, split decision win outside of the UFC, split decision loss to Bogdan Grad on Contender Series, debut loss to Balaji Oki. now takes on veteran Lucas Almeida, tricky veteran, a Lucas Almeida that's good at making it competitive. The spread on Lucas Almeida, is it available? Please be. That'd be nice. No way that's right. I swear those odds are wrong. I think those odds are for Almeida plus 3.5 at minus 190, which I think is sensible because I do think he's very live to make it close. I think he could win a round over Michael Aswell. It's really about how does Almeida deal with Aswell's consistent pressure and in close range boxing. The knock I have on Almeida is he could slow down in the third. This is a fight that I will caution you. Pay attention to the weigh-ins. This is a fight that I will strongly push the, hey, check them out on the scales because I want to see what they look like when they weigh in. Does Aswell come in looking great and then Almeida's dying trying to make 145 or 46 even? Does he miss weight? If he misses weight, I have more confidence. I'd almost rather him miss weight. I think it's a close coin flip. I do think we're live to go over 2.5 at minus 162. I anticipate a competitive battle. I look at the side of Aswell to win by a decision, plus 140. Look at the side of Almeida to win a decision, and that is plus 350. Almeida's chin looked terrible against Andre Fili, but then it held up well in other fights. The worry is a third round at times with Lucas Almeida, but then when he fought against Danny Silva, he looked tough in round number 3, and he really made it a good fight. This feels pretty 50-50 to me, and I like the chances of 3 competitive rounds between the two. It's a coin flip fight. The people in the chat seem to like Aswell by a fair amount. I'm curious now, and please drop your favorite props in the live chat. What are you guys thinking prop-wise? Like, I want to hear the prop calls for the community on this fight. I want to know where the people's heads are at with props. Because how I look at it, the only one that maybe intrigues me is Almeida spread or over 2.5. But outside of that, like Aswell goes out and wins maybe a decision. Like, it could go either way. It could go either way. Aswell decision. That's why I like over 2.5. That's why I like the over. All right. Minus 162 for the over 2.5 is written down. Maybe the over 2.5 I like as well. I feel like he needs the opportunity to show out. You go Aswell, KO, America. Aswell by KO is plus 425. Aswell has 5 KO wins, 5 decisions. So he's done both. Aswell KO in the later stages of the fight. Gas tank. Is that the difference maker? Lucas does hit hard. The Almeida plus 3.5. Then you guys like Aswell decision, it seems. Plus 140. Lucas will have a first round after that as well. That's funny as well. Benjamin Howell, thank you for the 2. Aljo on top of the sport at 135. Now it's another 45. He's still top 6. He's still in the ranks. Like, he's still a pretty good 45er, though. He was in the top of the game before Merab. You know, if they weren't boys, I think Merab would have beat him, too. Merab would have been his kryptonite. Thank you for the $2. Then Lucas going out there to respect the power and lose a unanimous decision. So right now for the prop voting, over 2.5, Almeida plus 3.5, Aswell decision. Is there anything else you guys like? I think the Almeida spread or the over 2.5 are the 2 best. You think Aljo would have beaten Merab? That's crazy. He's the kryptonite. Over 2.5 is nice. I know. What do you guys think, man? Throw me the props. I want one more. I have 3 to put in the poll, but I want more opinions. Drop another one. One more opinion. One more opinion. Yeah. I know it's random, but you can play old video games on YouTube now, like Crossy Road and 8 Ball. No shit. I didn't know that. It's cool as fuck. 3 props are over 2.5 minus 162. Almeida plus 3.5. Aswell decision. Almeida inside distance. Lucas Almeida hasn't finished the fight since 2022, and granted, he's only won 1 fight since then, too. Aswell spread. I'll check it for you right now. I believe they have it mished up here. Plus 145 for him to dominate. Aswell decision seems like a lot of people's call. All right. I'm just going to put my select of what I think is reasonable. So 56% of the chat is picking the side of Aswell. Not surprised. I thought he'd be the community's picks. All right. So options we have for the polls. The spreads can definitely have success, but you're relying on the blind judges, which is fucked. All right. Get your votes up in the poll, man. No, Usman is off the card, guys. I know it sucks. Usman is off the card. Fight is canceled. Oh, 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 oh. Usman injury. Usman injury. Usman's out injured, chat. I'm gonna have to hop off, but I've been watching you on and off for like 2 years now. Your contender series predictions put me on. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. It's valuable information for all of us. Thank you, Parker. Hey, don't worry. We're going to have all the timestamps and whatnot. Everything will be here, man. Post show, you'll be able to find everything easily. What line is your line for this fight? The people seem to be a little torn up for this one. Yeah. I'm leaving the poll up a bit longer. Hey, let's run the likes up to 105. PropAholics a fucking W. Thank you, Ananov. PropAholics episode 1. We're deep diving it, bro. We're fucking chilling all day. Split decision could be live. Listen, split decision could be live. Split decision for this fight. Fight ends in split or majority decision. Plus 450. Add it in. You don't watch football, but isn't it crazy how the former Super Bowl winners lost to the Giants today? I had no idea, bro. I know only football, you throw the ball down the field, man. Eagles lost bad. Shit. I mean, the Giants are always a tough franchise. Fight ends in a draw. You think Alvarez will get even worse closer to fight day? Especially if he looks good on the scales. Definitely could. Fight ends in a draw is crazy. All right, I'm closing out the poll for this one. Plenty of votes are in. Actually, no, I need 3 more votes. As of right now, we have a tie. I hated a tie. Aswell by decision and over 2.5 is a fucking tie. Don't give me a tie, guys. Don't give me a tie. Get your votes in now. Somebody vote on something. We need a couple more votes. Let's go. Make it happen, guys. Make it easier for me. Don't stress me out with this shit. Pretty crazy. A New York team calls themselves the Jets. Fair point. All right. I'm closing out the poll. Giants been the worst franchise in the NFL the last 10 years. I mean, they beat the Patriots a couple times back in the day, bro. That was the Patriots' kryptonite. All right. So, poll 34% are on the over 2.5, with 33% liking Aswell by decision. Almeida money line is 22%, and then Almeida plus 3.5, the spread at minus 190. But let me tell you something. The spread is not bad. The spread is live. The spread is live. Spread is not a bad call. This fight should be competitive. That's why I think over 2.5 is such a great call. The spread, the problem with the spread is you have to rely on these blind judges or these corrupted judges. But we're in Brazil. If it's close, Almeida by robbery is not crazy. But I do like the over 2.5. I do. Bloody and bruised. I don't run, and I sure as hell won't lose. All right. Yeah, bro. The Brazilian bias could be in. Could fuck us with Carpenter's fight. We'll see. All right. Keep on keeping on. We got to keep moving up, chat. Get your votes in for the next one. All right. Fight up the card. Ramos, Ofli. Listen, I think Ramos is about to put Ofli to sleep. I think Ramos is about to knock Ofli's ass out. Ramos turning it around. Ramos turning up. Ramos showing some danger in this fight. Kaan Ofli's trash, bro. If Kaan Ofli wins, consider me motherfucking shocked. I don't think Kaan Ofli has a chance here. I think he's a mediocre wrestler with really short arms and not much power. At one point, Ramos looked like a prospect to watch. He's 30 years old. He's fallen on some hard times. He's very 50-50 and up and down. But he put up a hard effort against Chepe Mariscal. He doesn't break. He keeps coming. Yes, he's been locked in a couple gillies, but not this time. Okay? Ramos to win inside of the distance, plus 195, plus 215. Ramos by KO, plus 450 rather. Ramos submission, plus 350. I anticipate Ramos getting the hand raised. When there's a will, there's a way. I think Ramos will pull it off, guys. I would definitely rather bet on a 50-minute fight than an hour football. Agreed. All Brazilians to win, plus 143,969 is crazy, Brayden. Holy shit. Shit. I think Ramos styles on him here. I like Ramos a lot, guys. Finally. I think this is Ramos' big chance. Under 2.5 is plus 125. I do think we're live for a finish, but, you know, if it went distance, it goes distance. Ramos versus, what's this guy's name? Ofli. Ramos KO plus 450. Ramos sub plus 350. Ramos ITD plus 195. What do you guys think? Over or under around 2.5 rounds? You think it's a finish here? You think we're going distance? What do you guys think? Any thoughts on the about? I don't know football. Talk about this fight with me, bro. Talk about this fight with me. I got to keep the chat focused, man. We're going ADHD. Gamrot lives in the gym. Let's talk about this fucking fight, please. Every day of the week, I do live streams talking everything. But for this one, I want to focus on something. I'm asking you a serious question. I'm asking a serious question to the chat. Let's focus on this shit. Ramos Ofli. What is the fourth prop? I got KO at plus 450 as a vote. Sub at plus 350. Inside distance plus 195. Do you like under 2.5? You like over 2.5? You like over? Like what side? You're good, users. I'm not mad about it. You're good. I'm just getting everybody on track. How much decision is more live than KO, but it's mostly a feeling. Okay, Von Z. Listen, I'm taking you into consideration. Ricardo by decision. And over 2.5. Okay. Okay. How much by decision? Plus 175. Then the over 2.5 is minus 145. You guys think it's going longer? I feel like Ramos could do damage, but it seems like a lot of the chat likes going distance. I respect it. Now, Ramos is 92% of the people's picks. I think Ramos getting the hand raised. I think Ramos showing levels. I think Ramos going out and winning clearly. We are PropAholics users. Fuck yeah. PropAholics family. I'm going to start calling you guys. All right. So we're going to throw the polls up for every prop that got voted in. Hey, if you didn't get voted in, if you're like, yo, I want to say this, we'll say something. Some of you guys are talking NFL. So if you're feeling like something that you want is left out, you got to talk faster. All right. All right. All right. I will say, caveat to what's on your screen, I do think under 2.5 is live. You know what I'm saying? Can't focus my brain, just wants to move on to Pinto so I can feel better about putting some chalk on him. Hey, we're almost there, Nathan Pitts. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're closing in on it. We are PropAholics. Every fight, deep diving it. My God. We're going long, Jack. We're at 2 hours, 7 minutes, bro. And we still got 4 fights on the main card after this. We might go 3 hours, yo. So make sure you guys hit that like button if you're enjoying the deep dive in live stream. Taking it to a whole new level with PropAholics. Seriously, a whole new level. My God. My God. YouTube, pump the algorithm 10% for me. Let's keep getting the likes going crazier. Ramos by his 3 spinning elbow in UFC. I'm saying. Love this show, bro. Let's make it work fly. Hell yeah. I'm glad you're liking it. You saw Malcolm Womaker versus Series City at MSG, UFC 322 in Qatar. Back-to-back weeks. What? They got him booked for both? That's a glitch. Or is there 2 UFC events in Qatar back-to-back? That's insane if that's true. Wow, you guys really like that over. Hey, let's go, Cameron Townsend. My Thursday streams are going to be crazy long. I'm going to let the poll keep running, but wow, Ramos inside distance at plus 195 is like disliked by the chat. Wow, I think Ramos fucking him up. Ramos KO round 2. The week after we have Qatar. Oh shit, I was confused. They meant there was a glitch. Ramos KO round 2. I think Ramos is getting a KO. I'm picking him to finish. I'm picking him to finish, man. If he wins a decision, I'll be disappointed. I'm picking him by finish. Ramos ain't that good. Hopefully ain't that good, though. Hopefully ain't good. Hopefully he's not good. Hopefully is mediocre, man. Hopefully is seriously mid. Just to look at some prize picks lineups here. The strike totals over 62.5 or under. Close. Could go under. I lean under. Over 1.5 takedowns, Ramos. Could go under. Ramos, total strikes. 34.5. Close to that. I say it's 50-50. Jesus. Hopping in for a quick 1-2. Hey, thank you, Dylan Croach. Appreciate you. The ocean's depth is nothing compared to the depth that MMA experts can find in the early prelims. Thank you, Benjamin Howell. You're right. Yes, they can, Nathan Pitts. Yes. You know what's great about this? It's almost like the people's picks. It really is the people's picks and then some. That's the vibe. Yeah. I like it a lot, man. And people always say, bro, throw props up. Well, now we got it. The people have chosen that they prefer a Ramos by decision or an over 2.5 as opposed to the finish, which I respect. Well, I went from a rabbi to a bar mitzvah is fucking crazy. Holy shit. You're going Ofli by boring decision, then damn, that over 2.5 is calling your name then. Jeez. Jeez, bro. I don't know, man. Jeez, bro. Jeez. I see why Ramos is banned on your bet list. I get it. All right. Bam. All right, it's time to keep moving. Diniz versus Pinto. I'm going to predict Pinto, obviously. I don't know with Diniz, man. I think he's going to be at a speed disadvantage. I think Pinto's going to be quicker and slicker. I think Pinto could catch him with big shots. I like the money line at plus 115. Yes, this is PropAholics, but I do like the money line here. I'm going Pinto underdog. When she says go deeper, but I'm not MMA expert, it's crazy, Benjamin Howell. Holy shit. I'm still streaming, KZ. Yes. We still got, including this one, 4 fights to go. We're making progress, though. We're moving up the card at my own speed. I'm not rushing up the ranks. I'm excited to see what the polls are like for this one. I'm picking Pinto, but I know you guys are against me here. It's disappointing. I feel like the chat's going to be on the Diniz side. I just don't think Diniz is that quick, and I think Pinto's faster at striking, longer. Yes, Diniz has kickboxing experience, but his MMA striking is not amazing. I think Pinto could catch him. I think Pinto's going to look good from the outside. I think Pinto could even maybe wrestle him. I get it. Pinto had the rough first round against Austin Lane, but for God's sake, so did Diniz. Diniz had a terrible first round against Austin Lane. He was mounted. I think that we could see Pinto mix in wrestling if need be. I think that's a good idea. Mixing and wrestling is like low key a blue chip strategy. No prop screaming at you here. Nah, Paco, I agree. Even for this fight, it might be PropAholics, but Diniz versus Pinto, I'm putting the money line option. All right, let's talk the props. All right. Pinto is plus 115 money line. So there's a money line for you. Does the fight go over a round and a half at minus 240? Pinto by KO plus 250. Pinto by decision plus 350. Mario Pinto has one submission win. Rear naked choke against a debuting guy. You think Pinto gets tired in the third round? I feel like he's a good athlete. Pinto better be prepared for the leg kicks. True. I think it's going to be a close back and forth. Pinto does a little bit more. I think Pinto could end up taking. I think he could take Diniz down and surprise him. Pinto by decision is plus 350. Pinto by KO plus 250. Yes, the Walker fight is actually off. I want Pinto to wrestle too. I think Diniz got the dog in him. Diniz got the power on his side, but I feel like Pinto can roll with shots pretty good. I'm going to pick Pinto still. I don't give a fuck. I still have to stay with my initial lean, man. I ain't doing nothing against it. I ain't flipping the other way. I feel like Pinto's quicker, gets to the target more accurately, more often. Pinto, KO, or decision. Plus 115. It's the same as money line. It's not even worth your time. That's why the money line's a good call. If you guys are on Diniz, do you like him by KO? Because I want to throw some prop options for you guys. Pinto is 56% of the community's picks. Very close. Pinto by submission for you, Junie Diaz. Damn. All right. One sub win, and now he really showcases the grappling. You think getting dropped Boston Lane is probably worse, but it's not like he was badly rocked. Come on. He wasn't badly rocked. You going, so you guys like Diniz KO. It seems like Diniz KO is on the table. Diniz KO, people like it. Wow. Okay, community. Diniz by KO is plus 190. If Pinto chins him, bro, that'd be spectacular. You going Diniz decision, no action bet? All right, hey, I'm queasy. Pinto KO, I like it. Pinto by decision. Pinto by KO. It's what, plus 250 here? You could definitely find it. I like the Pinto money line. I think Pinto straight down the center is the best call. Alvin Hines did take a beating, and if he was on steroids, they definitely helped. And he was on steroids. They did. They definitely helped. They definitely helped. Diniz by KO. Pinto 2 green. You're going to stick them arms out, not block. Walker fight got canceled, B-Rex. Thank you for 199. Not because of Walker, but because of Usman. Usman had an injury, I guess, today, and pulled out of the fight. So there goes that matchup. Unfortunate. Is what it is. Sucks. Sucks. Some theories were that he hurt his knee defending heel hooks in practice. All right, get your votes in on the poll now. Ankle injury from heel hook preparation, not a surprise. I'm 0% surprised by that. Makes sense. It's very sensible. Yeah, vote. Get votes in the poll. Get votes in the poll. Probably got heel hooked in practice a few times, realized he was cooked. He's like, fuck it, I'm out. Got a skedazzle. See you later, Dylan Crozier. Congrats on the bar mitzvah. Thank you, man. I want to run the likes up. We're at 116. We can get 120 likes up in here. We've been live over 120 minutes. We definitely should have over 120 likes. You know what I'm saying? Pinto submission is a savage call. I see you with the hot take, Terez Finney. Listen, if he wins by sub, plus 1,000. Plus 1,000 for the D-Gen sub call. He's only got one sub win, and it was against the guy that was 0-0. I can't really push that. It's like maybe, but you know, it's unlikely. It's rather low likelihood of success, I feel. Looking at some prize pick numbers, they have Pinto, Diniz for Pinto over 32.5 strikes. For Diniz, over 38.5. I think they both could go over that number. For total rounds in that fight, they also have over 1.5. I do think that's quite live. I anticipate the fight with, you know, somewhat of a probability of, you know, a little bit of length. Hey, thank you for the like, bro. Thank you for the like, big dog. Thank you for the like, big dog. Thank you guys for over 120 likes as well. Big W to the chat. This stream is a fucking blessing, bro. In-depth bets for the props specifically. Fuck it. We're going savage mode. You're an over 1.5 degenerate. It's not a bad idea, though. Over 1.5 is tied with Diniz KO, and I like over 1.5 way more. Way more. Way more. How are you finding the sibling win-loss record for Contender Series? I didn't know there was a sibling win-loss record. What are we talking about, bro? Thank you for the $2, Benjamin Howell. I like the over 1.5, dude. I'm with my boy Useless up in this bitch. We should get more votes on the over 1.5, man. You guys should be voting that shit up. Rizzy Boyev's brother was a big letdown. Oh, no, no. Ho, ho. Baptized in the river. Listen, over 1.5 calls the name of the many. Pinto money line calls the name of the majority. The Savages are backing me here. We're going underdog Pinto money line. Yes, it's PropAholics, but YOLO. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It's still got to be a motherfucking money line. It's got to be. Oh. Yo, man, money line. Yagwan, it's the big one here in this bitch talking crazy shit, man. I'm ready to keep moving up. We're about to get to the featured fight, finally. We're at 2 hours, 24 minutes right now, boy. Oh, Shama. You know what, Didi? I'm a crazy motherfucker in this game. He recovered, all right? Diniz got mounted by Austin Lane. Fuck that. I don't give a motherfuck. I'm telling you, he's hitting him with the 1-2. Quick shit. It's a buck. Gonna put down Diniz like nut. All right? Bam. What the fuck? Let me promise you the success of the Savage. Can't promise anything, but I'm telling you, I think he pulls it off. And if I'm wrong, I eat it. Okay? I talk the bullshit talking. Bullshit talking. Oh, no, no. Baptized in the river. To the eyes of a sinner. Oh, there's nothing left but battle scars. Got a feel for Luque. He did pull it out against Garimbo. Pain and the pleasure. All right, guys. My pick is Pinto. Chat's favorite line is Pinto money line, but their favorite prop is over 1.5, followed by Diniz KO, and then decision came in last place for Pinto. So betting this fight, if you're on the Diniz side, it seems like knockout is a favorite pick, as well as you could consider a decision, no action call for the side of Diniz. That line sits currently at -120. So just to give you guys a little extra insight, decision, no action is actually a decent idea. If you're going to Diniz side, I think Pinto could also shut him down and win a decision, but hey, then you'll get your money back. So it's really, kind of a blessing on all sides. Yo, that song does constantly play on Undisputed. It's stuck in my head. All right, let's keep going up. Next fight on the card is our featured fight, Vicente Luque versus Yoel Alvarez. Oi, 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 oi. Listen, we're at the feature fight. That deserves a bit of noise from the crowd. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Baptized in the river. Come on, cheer it up. Do it. It's time for the featured fight of the night. Yes, the pick is Yoel Alvarez. I think he's live for a finish. I mean, listen, it's just how it has to be. Aging version of, Vicente Luque, who had a brain bleed and taken many losses. I think that Alvarez inside distance is close to the lock of locks. If it doesn't happen, I'd be rather surprised. It's -275 for inside distance, and I think he goes out and wins inside distance. That's going to be everybody's favorite prop here. But we got to talk something else, though. Alvarez KO, Alvarez first round, Alvarez second round. What lines are catching the people's eye? Let's look at odds. Money line, let's not even talk about it, okay? If the fight goes over 1.5, you have +125. Alvarez is a fast starter, and Luque, with his age, looks like a slower and slower starter. Now, Alvarez inside distance at -275 makes a ton of sense. I'm going to write it all down right here so you guys get the in-depth look after the fact. All right. Luque, Alvarez, ITD. Okay. Alvarez inside the distance at -275. Anybody object? I don't think so. Production quality is going up. Thank you, Cameron Townsend. I appreciate it, man. Jeff Neal aged Luque like 8 years, and then Buckley chinned him, and then Holland whooped his ass. Hey, Stubble J in this bitch, man. Yes, I did, Pablo. It's the first ever UFC Undisputed game, 2009. Great game. Luque and Alvarez. Is there anybody that thinks Alvarez KO? Is there anybody that thinks Alvarez by submission? You don't get much magic for either. Your real magic is just, believing that he wins, I guess. Under a round and a half, -145. Alvarez to win by submission in round number 2, +750. Is it crazy Alvarez by sub in round 2? I could see them going to war on the feet and then still Alvarez locking up the Doris. Alvarez sub round 2. Right? Alvarez by Doris. I'm saying useless. Alvarez sub round 2. Some D-gen shit. D-gen shit. Now, obviously, inside distance is better. But we got to find some way to fucking really move the needle here. Alvarez just winning in round 2, not submitting in round 2. Solid idea as well. Alvarez round 2, though, severely less attractive at plus 275. Okay. Now, you guys let me know. You want KO? You want decision? You want submission? God bless you, Jersey girl. Thank you for the food. Midstream eats. All right. I need something, bro. Closing in on 3 hours. Love you. Bye. Thank you. I need some food. Sweet potato. Fabulous. Sweet potato and a pumpkin fucking cookie. I'm living lavishly right now. Back to what I was saying. How do we like it? Alvarez inside distance is the lock. It'll hit. But I'm looking to find some magic. Round 2 sub. Round 2. KO. What do you think? What do you think? Round 1 KO plus 300. Alvarez round 1. So what do you guys want me to put? Alvarez round 1? Or you want me to put Alvarez KO? Right now I have Alvarez inside distance, Alvarez sub round 2, Alvarez round 2. Hey, W Jersey girl. It was fabulous. Just made my night. All right. The people want Alvarez KO round 1. Alvarez wins in round 1 is also plus 150. Alvarez KO round 1 plus 375. I'm just going to put Alvarez round 1 plus 150. And if you want to go the KO, you can. It's like 2D. I don't want to go 2D, Jen. You know? All right. 84% of the chat, 85% on the proper pick. Of course, I'm not surprised at the pick at all. Come on. The pick is completely sensible here. All right. Let me throw the polls up now. The polls that the people are excited for. After this, we only got 2 fights left, chat. 2 fights left. 2 hours, 33 minutes. Holy shit. All right. Votes in. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Show some love with the votes, man. Run the votes crazy up in here. And make sure you hit the like button too up in here. Make sure you do it all, bro. Triple the trouble. You know what I'm saying? Vote, like it, subscribe it. That's why inside distance is just the most sensible. People are loving this first round at plus 150. That's jumping off. Holy shit. 62%. Off rip going for that. Wow. Off rip. Off rip. Off rip, off rip. Off rip, off rip. 6'3" at 170 is freaky tall still. Exactly. Listen, he's a freak, man. And maybe he's better at 170. Yeah, Luque's durability is red flags all around. You're right. Luque at this point is on the tragic downfall of a fighter. Luque is at end stage. That's the truth. He's in the true final phase of his fighting career. The true final run. How many first round finishes does Yoel have? Yoel Alvarez is sitting on 14 first round finishes. 14, bro. Jamaican accent was top. Yaguan, the win in here for Yoel Alvarez. Yo. Yaguan is Alvarez. Bump, 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 beat bump, bump, bump. Alvarez, guys. What do you think? The big man Alvarez, ITD? It's the big one. It's Alvarez for the W, yeah, man. Alvarez round one is at 48%, man. Inside distance in second place. I'll leave it up for another minute. Yeah, Bamba Clot. Yeah. First round sub. The line for first round sub. What are we looking at? First round submission for Alvarez. Plus 375. Shit, man. Yaguan, it's the real one. That's crazy. I'm closing out the poll, man. The chat has chosen Alvarez to win round one as their favorite call. Now, I'll say, you know, more of a lock but ugly line is why 275's inside distance isn't number one. How many times has Luque been finished in round number one? Never. Luque never finished in round one. I'm writing this down for you guys. I think round two makes more sense. I agree. Statistically, it's more likely. And the odds are better. But listen, the people like round one. So they call what they call. The people like what they like, man. Now, looking over at prize picks real quick, we got to check some things out. Alvarez, more than half a takedown. He's a red flag for takedowns. Significant strikes for Alvarez, currently sitting at 29.5 throughout the fight to 21. Fuck, dude, I hate these significant strike lines for that one. I don't know. I feel like Fridays I'm better with significant strike lines. Right? Like, I feel like Friday I'm more on the money with that shit. Alvarez KO. The line for Alvarez KO is a simple one. Alvarez KO plus 140. Listen, there you go. There you go. Bam. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Alvarez for the win. People's pick, my pick, community pick. Nearly everybody's pick. Now, we got to talk about the co-main event, okay? We got to make some waves on the co-main. Everything comes down to the co-main. Everything besides the main event. All right. Votes up in the poll. Bang, bang, bang. There you go. Get your votes in the poll. Show some love. It's a long-ass stream. I got to figure out how to make these streams 2.5 hours instead of nearly 3, but that'll come with practice. You know what I'm saying? We're figuring it all out. We're figuring it all out, bro. This is just episode 1. Eventually, I'll probably go faster. The first fight, I took my sweet ass time. All right. So for the next fight on the card, It's Davison, Figueiredo, Montel, Jackson. I think that we see a win from Montel. I mean, it's an ugly line at minus 310. It don't get you excited, but Figgy's coming off a knee injury. Montel's got the height reach advantage. He's got good wrestling. He's got slick boxing. Now, Figueiredo could be live for some crazy shit. I see Figgy jumping a Gilly. Does he lock in a Gilly? I mean, that's D-Gen, but Figgy by sub is plus 800. Why is it? Like, I could see him locking a Gilly. I doubt it, but I think he could. Low likelihood, but possible type shit. But I really think that you have to favor the side of Montel Jackson to win. 7 times out of 10, this is an aging Figueiredo coming off a knee injury. If it wasn't a Figgy off a knee injury, it's a different conversation. But it's a Figgy off a serious injury, man. And even though they say, oh, well, it was minor, it's still a fucking knee injury. And it's like they're acting like, oh, he's just going to come back 100%. Ready to go. Figgy this. Here we go. Figueiredo in the house. He's back. I mean, Jackson should probably be able to hit some takedowns on him. Mesquita, Polastri, Dubong, Petrino, Alvarez, all inside distance. It's a savage call, Armin G. I like it. Thank you for $199. I like where your head's at. You like the Figgy spread? Let's look at the Figgy spread. Figgy to make it a dog fight. Dude, it's minus 110 if he makes it close. For a plus 260 dog, I thought it'd be more. That's interesting. The spread shows you it's a close fight. Jackson by a decision, plus 115. You guys like the Figgy spread on the line? Do you want me to put that in? If you like the Figgy spread, I'll throw it in. The over 2.5 is minus 210. Okay. Yeah, I put Figgy spread in there. I'll let the poll run for another second. Anything interesting here? Round propping. I think that Jackson by decision happens more often than not, but like there's a world where Figgy catches him and then clubs and subs. On the flip side, if Jackson gets a finish, I swear to God, I think it's because Figgy's injured still. Will Figgy feed families this weekend? Maybe he's your underdog to call, bro. Maybe he's the line that's been calling your name. Maybe. I don't know about him feeding families, though. It's like he's coming off an injury. There's just too many red flags around it. Way too many red flags all around. Too many red flags. Too many red flags all around. Too many red flags. Get down. All right. Poll is up. Get your votes on. Surprisingly, 52% of the people are only on Jackson. I would expect 80%. That's crazy, actually. 52? Some Figgy love in chat. People like that Figgy dog side. You like the sub for Fig? I feel like shit. I mean, D-Gen line on the opposite side, that could be. It's not crazy. I'm going Montel by decision as my pick. I get it. It's boring, but I think more often than not it happens. Also, guys, we're at 130 likes. Let's get 140 likes up in here. We're at the 2-hour, 43-minute mark. I should have at least 140 likes. Come on now. Show some love for the boy. Let's get 140 likes up in here. It's number 15 versus 6, but it's also prime versus not. It's also prime versus past it. You see what I'm saying? Former 125 champ long ago, though. Montel's on fire. He's won 6 straight. Montel's got the reach advantage. He's a southpaw, too. The cartoon agent holding a beer goes insanely hard. Thank you, man. Always a blessing to catch you live. Did I miss a whole lot? Christopher Furr, you missed 2 hours and 40 minutes, but I will do timestamps immediately following the show, and then you'll be able to rewatch. Also, all of the polls, I will have all of the numbers in the Discord. So if you're a member, I'm going to send all my notes from this stream in the Discord so you guys can check that all out. So Discord members, you guys, I got you with the notes. Okay. Sprinkling point deduction and DQ KO in the co-main. Thank you for 199, Armin G. Point deduction. Why would there be a point deduction? What do you think? A low shot from Montel? That's crazy, bro. Good luck, Armin G. Montel got Kawhi Leonard size hands. Yeah, he's got like freaky ass hands. True, he got those heavyweight fists. You going with low confidence Fig? You don't think he's washed? And if he has a chance for a sub or out grapple, fair. Listen, Figgy could show levels, or maybe he doesn't have it anymore. I completely agree. Montel Jackson's not amazing. I'm not telling you Montel Jackson's the best ever. He wasn't the official most confident picks. He was the honorable mention of it. I didn't put him in the big six. Reason being is because years ago, I predicted confidently that Montel Jackson would beat Brett Johns, and he lost. And that pissed me off. And I was, pretty mad at Montel, I think. For years, I faded him. And he keeps proving me wrong. And now Figgy coming off a knee injury, I just can't back that result, man. A Figgy off a knee injury is just too much of a fucking walking red flag for me to be like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Also, chat, we're at 136 likes during the live. We're going to set the goal to 150 likes live. Do you guys think that's fair? 150 live likes? I think that's very fair. We still got one fight to go, so make sure you guys hit that damn like button. This actually feels like I'm watching a recorded video. Nah, Mazio, I'm answering everything. I'm right here. I'm right in chat. What are you talking about? No, it's recorded. I'm here. I'm right in your face, bro. I'm chilling right here, right in front of you. I'm live on the show. I'm just going in depth as fuck. We've been live for 2 hours, 46 minutes, bro. I'm just fucking chilling. Montel isn't a world beater. Got a grappling base and his boxing fast and heavy, but I got to run with high-level experience. Figure respect. I wish you luck on that side, man. I wish you luck on that side of savagery. I'm going to let a few more votes come in for the poll. It's crazy, man. Sub is plus 800. Figueiredo has 29%. Jackson's decision at plus 115 has 25. Figueiredo spread has 29%. Yeah, I think the fight is more alive. I agree. Odds-wise is why, but I'm going to say Montel pulls through. But you might sweat a bit. The odds are no fun in a fight like this. Like the Figueiredo, sub prop at plus 800 definitely intrigues. The Figueiredo spread is live at minus 110. I think Jackson wins the decision, and I think the fight goes over 2.5. I mean, everything that was on the table, aside from the Figueiredo sub, is official, like, thoughts of mine that come to fruition, Super in-depth and definitely not pre-recorded. Keep doing your thing. Hey, thank you, Stephen Young. I'm trying my best to go crazy in-depth, man. Give you guys the info that you've been looking for. Got to do the Jamaican accent. Yeah, go on, AJ, man. We're going to talk. I've been here like 2 hours, 48 minutes, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. I want to get to bed soon. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm ready for it. Peep the last J for the full in-depth. I did research on the Figgy knee injury. Wasn't as bad as it looked. I looked it up as well as minor ligaments, partial tear recovery is 3 months. True, but he's coming back quick after recovery. I don't know. What if he tweaked it again in the gym, bro? There's so many what if factors that I can't pick a later stage career Figgy over a Montel on a roll right now. 3 months recovery and then bam, 2 months later, you're in a fight. I don't know. It just doesn't call my name. It doesn't call my name. It doesn't call my name. Yeah. Yeah, man, it doesn't call my name. I'm feeling like I want to stay on the other side. Yeah. I don't believe it. Exactly, bro. You can't trust the injury prone stuff. I'm with her now. If he literally bailed out of the fight against Sandhagen because of it, I can't. I can't do it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. The people's call, Jackson decision at plus 115 is the people's favorite prop of this fight. Let's jump to the main event of the evening. If you guys are watching PropAholics and enjoying, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new, welcome to the show. Subscribe. Feedback is always appreciated, especially if you're watching on replay or maybe you watched it live. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about PropAholics. Give me your honest critiques too. If you got things that you think I should shift or change and you feel like, hey, I like you mixing things up in a different way, I want to hear from you guys. So definitely let me know in the comments. W to everybody watching. Let's talk the main event of UFC Rio. I'm going with Charlie O. There's only one Charles de Predator. Changing his name to Do Bronx is crazy. Oliveira. I think that Mateusz Gamrot is a tricky test. Listen, Mateusz is a savage wrestler, but Charles Oliveira is a savage fighter. Oliveira is the finisher. Gamrot is the round winner. Oliveira is live for violence throughout this entire fight. Mateusz Gamrot is live to put it on him with wrestling. I could see Oliveira hurting Mateusz Gamrot on the feet. We've seen Gamrot dropped in the past. I could also see Charles Oliveira's jiu-jitsu being a threat on the mat. Oliveira does have the strike advantage in the spot. Wrestling edge, of course, Mateusz. I think Charles Oliveira can definitely bring the fight. And a guy coming off a knockout loss on Oliveira, it's a red flag, but it's like perfect because you got a guy on the other side that isn't a death punch hitter. A guy that isn't Mr. Knockout. I mean, Mateusz Gamrot is more of a flurrying puncher. Sure, he landed a hard shot on Dan Hooker, and, you can live off that, sure. But I think that Charles Oliveira is more live to finish him than the contrary. Now, looking at the odds for this fight here, my God. The odds are minus 114 Gamrot, minus 106 Oliveira. Pretty much split down the center with even Stevens territory for the both of them. Looking towards, though, props, because now you got to find them. Does it go over 3.5? My God. Does it? I'm asking you guys. I want to hear from the people. Oliveira by decision is 6-1 lines. Gamrot by decision plus 275. Oliveira inside distance now only plus 115. Oliveira KO plus 360. Oliveira sub plus 255. Damn. I don't really like the betting side of this fight. Oliveira over 39.5 significant strikes, minus 115. I do think that's live. The prop bet inside of the main event, we're talking trouble. Over maybe. We'll try to line some up. Let's see what the people think. You think Klein beats Oliveira? Fuck no. Gamrot's kind of chinny too. He gets rocked and they're dropped in every fight, but his recovery is very good. He does have real good recovery, but an Oliveira sub attempt could be possible. His submission defense is quite good. How did he win against Arman? He got a robbery win. It was a robbery, man. I don't know if you watched that fight live, but I disagreed with the scorecard at the end. Gamrot 3+ takedowns. I could see that. Charlie O could catch him on the feet. It's going to be a crazy match, man. Gamrot and Charles Oliveira. We talked about a lot of madness on this fucking card. Betting-wise, this main event, you're really playing with fire. Does it go over a round and a half? I say yes. Over 1.5 at minus 310, I think is live. You can't really get much bang on anything, though. Oliveira by submission, plus 255. Nobody sub Gamrot. Gamrot decision. Okay, plus 270. Oliveira is at plus. What the fuck? Oliveira KO. Plus, it's like, I'll say over 39.5 significant strikes. Minus 115. Gamrot over 3.5 takes. I don't give a fuck. I don't like none of it. My God. Wow. The prop betting for the main event is hell. I'm so excited for the fight, but the gambling side is crazy. You guys have any prop that you want me to lock in? Oliveira club and sub, possible, but the odds aren't great. Hello, Vancouver. Charles, the Predator, has a name. We're in fucking Rio, though, Benjamin Howell. Vancouver's next week, but thank you for the $2. We're in Rio, dog. Give me Oliveira sub. You want Oliveira sub on the lineup? All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. Oliveira by sub. Plus 255. Oliveira sub. Oliveira KO round 3 you like? What's KO round 3? Let's see. KO round 3 plus 1,800. Oliveira decision plus 600. That's what you like? Honestly, that's not crazy. All right, what do you guys prefer? Oliveira over 39.5 significant strikes at minus 115 in the poll, or just money line it? Me saying fuck the props, just money line it. What do you think? Let me know. I'm listening to chat right now. You like the third round? Okay. Oliveira inside the distance, straight propping it. Plus 115 to plus 160. I think Oliveira ITD, if you can get it at plus 160, it's good. Okay. 39.5 value might be a sweat. I know. Oliveira prop 2-3. Let's see. 2-3 Oliveira. They don't have it. They got 1-2. They got 3-4 Oliveira sitting at plus 650. 1-2 Oliveira at 3-1. Under 4.5. Under 4.5 rounds. If you anticipate a finish between the two, it's not that good. Minus 190. It's nothing really good. You might try to snipe rounds. Nah, listen, for this fight, I don't blame you. Most significant strikes, Oliveira to finish, same game parlay. Thing is, some spots don't get it you with the same game. Gamrot never been finished yet, but he ain't never fought Charlie O. Charlie O about to show him something new. All right, you guys gotta tell me what you're thinking. So Oliveira inside distance is definitely getting mentioned in the poll for the people. You like Oliveira decision plus 600? Yes. Then we could do, if you guys want it, Oliveira sub or the over 1.5 or the significant strikes or the round 3. I don't know. I got to hear from the chat. I got to see some people. What are you saying? I wish I could put 7 options on your screen, man. 71% of chat on Charlie O. That's nice to see, though. That's great to see. Shout out to the chat for that. Fuck yeah. Shit. All right. You like Charles sub 4 or 5? Oliveira by sub. Round number 4 plus 2,000. Round number 5 plus 2,500. I'm getting the poll in now. I see what you guys are saying. Okay. Get your votes in. I want to hear from the people. Also, we're 7 likes away from the stream goal of 150. Make sure you drop some likes, dog. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are we thinking, chat? Get your votes on. Charles via favela jaw. The lights are bright, his teeth are brighter. True. Charles by sub going to pay rent at plus 2,000. If you do the round prop variation of it, it could. It's complete degeneracy, but yeah, it could for sure. If you're a degen savage, bro, you got to do what has to be done. You absolute menace to society. Bloodied and bruised. You like the over 2.5 in the main event? Smart call. Main event, over 2.5, Mr. Useless. Minus 155. For me, I think Oliveira inside distance, and I do like the over 1.5. And I think the over 2.5 is live. I don't know about Olive's decision, man. I mean, it could, but I feel like Olive's live to finish. Olive live to do damage. Olive's live to fuck people up. You think Gamrot's going to win? So that over's it. You like under 3.5 alpha tips? Overs are boring. Listen, you trying to win or what? We just calling it as we seen it. We're trying our best, man. Let's see. Anything on Prize Picks stand out? Charles 32.5 for the over, significant. Mateusz 40. Charles should hit over 32 significant. I say yes on that. Charles total rounds over 2.5. I think it's live to go more as well. Fuck, that's crazy. Charles has tap, but bro, who the fuck is Gamrot submitting really? Who's he submitting really? Just tuning in, Zohan? Hey, I've been fucking. What's the crazy news you got? I've been live for fucking 3 hours, dog. That's my crazy news. Holy shit. 3-hour live is wild. PropAholics, bro. It's turning into fucking Streamaholics Anonymous. I'm letting the poll run. Inside distance is heavy ahead. Yeah, I was not trying to go 3 hours, bro. I just have a lot to say, dude. I'm closing out the poll. I'm closing out the poll. All right. Okay. Oliveira inside distance. People loved it. Wow. So I put for the over 2.5 that I like it, and I think it's going to happen. I think it is going. Yeah, if you just tuned in, hit the likes. I want 150 likes on this stream. Yo, we just went so in depth about this card. It's like disgusting almost. I'm going to give all the notes to the Discord. There's going to be a shitload, but everything will be in Discord. So what we have gathered from this here, the community is slightly on Charlie O. People think that Charlie is live for a finish, but in second place is decision. So over 2.5 is kind of looking like a sneaky play to match. Over 2.5 seems like a probable outcome. Over 2.5 at minus 155 looks pretty damn good. Now, I have a ton of information from this card that we have gathered, and I'm not done yet. I got one last thing that I really wanted to do, and I think you guys will appreciate it. I wanted to look at what could be parlayed up with some of the props that we have discussed. So early in the night, we talked about the over 1.5 Lacerda and Oliveira, and I have to say, I really do agree that fight seems highly probable to go over a round and a half. Now, when I look at the Polastri Kowalkiewicz fight, inside distance at plus 350 is live, but I'm going to save that for a different parlay. Mesquita by sub, yeah, she has a real chance of going out there and submitting Alekseeva, but Alekseeva never been submitted. I don't feel like fucking attacking that. Petrino inside distance, minus 110. That seems like it's live, but again, I'm going to hold off for a second. I'm going to hold off a little longer, okay? I think that Alvarez inside distance is a good call. I like Alvarez ITD. You guys like Alvarez first round. I'm on the other side of that for the simple point that we've never seen Luque put out and around. This right here is a sneaky little 2-leg lock that I think is live to hit. Over 1.5, Alvarez ITD, okay? Now, Oliveira Gamrot over 2.5, Jackson sub. Oliveira Gamrot over 2.5. Come on. Minus 155 is better. I'm seeing minus 192. The line must vary where you're at. But plus 258 for this little 3-leg. Something that we just cooked up real quick for you guys. Over a round and a half in the first fight. Over 2.5 rounds in the main event. And Alvarez inside distance, which seems like a safer 3-leg that I think has a real chance of actually hitting. When I said all of this 12-0 in Brazil, that's not counting UFC, and the UFC is 6-0 in Brazil. It's even better. I haven't taken a rip in 64 days. Tomorrow, or technically later today, is going to be 65. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that parlay. Don't worry. I'm going to do something more degen, but this is solid. Listen, at plus 258, I'm going to write this down, and it's going to be sent to the Discord. Okay? Plus 258. Lacerda. Oliveira. Over 1.5. Okay. Alvarez ITD. And simple. Oliveira Gamrot over 2.5 rounds. That trio, all in one, looks pretty nice. Look at that. That seems pretty likely. To tie it all together, I appreciate you liking this section, bro. I like that. At plus 258, it's like a sensible line. We talked about a lot of crazy shit, and I'll still do a crazy shit parlay, but there's got to be something sensible about it, and that's sensible to me. So if you're looking for a sensible line that's a parlay that can get you some money, but you're not going nuts with, that's possible. Hey, shout out to the boy Herb for 6 months of membership. Just want to say a big love to AJ and the community. You guys have become a staple of my day today. Big love, Experts Army. You're a part of it, bro. Big love to you, Herb. I appreciate the hell out of you, my friend. Shout out to Herb. Yeah, I'm picking Charlie O, KZ. All right. Let's keep going. We're not done yet. So let's now take a step in the direction of degeneracy. I really think that Polastri inside distance is a fucking degen call. At plus 350, it's live, but it could botch your parlay. But for the sake of me chasing odds with this parlay, we'll put it in. We're going big money only. Polastri inside distance. Petrino to win inside the distance. I know. Petrino ITD now. What the fuck is wrong with us? Better off go KO. I know. But we'll go here. What? Minus 110? That's around that range. It's close to plus money. Okay. 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 What do I want to add in? I mean, the 2-leg alone is plus 759. Just those 2 legs, degen shit is plus 759. You don't really need to add anything else in there. You don't. Plus 759 is already fucking savage mode. I want to do a little more. Little bit more. Okay. So, first fight, over a round and a half. Good for a confident play. Polastri inside distance. Good for a degen play. I'm going to go a little different, though. Petrino, knockout, plus 155. This is what scares me. Carpenter by decision. Can he pull it off? This might bite me in the ass because we're in Brazil. Plus 614. Am I about to fucking do it? Alvarez by sub. Plus 175. Cycle parlay. Plus 1899. There you go. Fucking hell. Oh, shit. You don't want me to do Carpenter? Well, for your sake, I'll remove Carpenter and do another one. Carpenter by decision is out. Replace it with what? Polastri inside distance like a savage. You got plus 3,113. Jesus. It can go so degen so fast. Listen, I'm going to sleep on this stuff and cook up some more parlays. I mean, of things that I liked, I feel really good about Petrino inside distance. I feel really good about the over 1.5 in the Lacerda fight. Like, there are some really good calls. I'm going to cook up one last call that I think makes sense. So we talked about the first fight of the night, over 1.5 rounds. I like that. We also talked about Petrino getting the hand raised on the inside distance line. It probably happens. Plus 230 for that right there. All right. Alvarez to also win inside of the distance. Uglier line at minus 275, but likely plus 350. Charles Oliveira. Where is my guy? Where is Dude Bronx? Over 2.5 Charlie O. Oh my God. It's because I was clicking the Montel Jackson line. That was throwing me off. So actually the Charlie O line's even better. Over 2.5 plus 692 for this 4-leg. But I'm going to reset it real quick. Let me remove the Petrino inside distance line. If you don't play Petrino inside distance with this, but you still keep the other 3 legs, I don't know. I clicked on the Montel fight. It throws me off, bro. They always be fucking up here. Plus 315, actually, for that parlay I had mentioned that seems likely. Dan Ige is in. Is that actually serious? Are you serious? Dan Ige is fighting Steve Garcia. It's a great fight. There we go. There we go. There we go. We cooked it up for the show's sake. Listen, I can go all day with parlays. I don't want to. All right. I got to fucking cut the show off at some point. Chat, we're at 148 likes with 153 watching. We should have a 1-to-1 ratio. So hit the like button. Guys, I hope you enjoyed PropAholics episode 1. I promise in the future I'll figure out how to do 2.5 hours. You know, 3 hours, 14 minutes. This is in-depth shit. This is in-depth shit. I want to go in depth about everything, get a look. And then this actually aids my quality on the weigh-in show because I already had more of a deep dive with the props for you guys. And then some things will stand out to me more as we get to that. We see the face. Okay, I like this prop more, or I like this one less, or let me move this way or that way, you know? I hope you guys enjoyed the 3-hour plus stream. I love you, savages. What I'm going to do right now is I am going to copy and paste all of the notes from today's show into the Discord for the people. All right. Into the Discord for the people. All right. We're going to copy all the notes over. I have the confident parlay in there as well. The DGen one, I should probably add in too, but I don't know. We'll talk about it tomorrow. It's not the end of the world. It's like plus 759 Petrino inside distance and Polastri ITD. All right. All right. Notes from PropAholics are all in the Discord. A shitload of notes. My God. So if you're in the Discord, check them out. They're all there for you. I am excited to slide to, you know, some dinner or something. Wait, we hit 154 likes. Thank you for helping me get past the goal. Listen, I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow for the weigh-in live stream and then for the Fight Companion. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching the 3-hour debut of PropAholics, and I'll see you guys later on tomorrow. If you want to join the Discord, become a member. I'll get you a member's link. Closing out the show, become a damn member. Okay? Support the channel, become a member. Bam, click that link. All right? If you're on iPhone, you should be able to join just from my channel page. Peace, everybody. Good night.